Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you pointed right now, getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now, outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a streamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight.
Ooh, na na.
About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reaching new heights. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless it, but my gun might. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now.
What's up, gang? Why can't I see shit? Where's your peak in Tokyo? Here you go, man. Why do you I told you there's two now. There's two. They're both there. Why is it doing that? Bro. So I update my fucking thing and it doesn't work. I hate this shit, bro. I can't see the chat. This is so fucking stupid. Can you guys hear me well? Is my mic fading in and out like it was that last time? Hold on. I'll have to pull the chat up on my fucking thing here because what the hell is going on? Okay. Time to activate your Cosmos. Mic sounds good. All right, cool, cool, cool. Did Discord do what it needs to do? I know it's late, so you know it is what it is. It did not. It did not do the damn thing. Let me tell them I'm live on Twitch, and then we'll start. If me still my computer because I can't see. I can't see. I don't know. I updated fucking Twitch on my phone, and it's like it thinks I pressed the cheer button, but I can't cheer myself. It's my own stream, and I can't do anything on it. I'm so tired. Every time I update, so I don't update nothing. When I update it, they fuck it up. Minor bug, fixes and glitches and tweaks, and now doesn't work. Fixes and I'm so tired of technology. I yearn to go back. All right, I'm trying to chop wood and farm. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of technology. I hate it. It was a mistake. The internet was a mistake. Okay, what's this now? Thanks, sorry to hear that. Hope things are going better for you today. They are appreciated. All right, quick update for those who don't know. Yeah, right. I was considering going to bed, but fuck it. I'm down. I'm down for the first Demon Time stream in a while. Who said it was Demon Time? Who told you that? I don't got demon. I don't got demon energy in me. I'm dying, bro. I'm about to get cured. My heart giving out. Yeah, I spent the last 2 days in and out of medical facilities, ER, urgent care, walk-in clinic, and my family doctor. My, that better not be a spider. Come on, bro. Please don't. Fuck. Fuck. I gotta kill that later. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. But yeah, anyways. Don't tell Zafir I'm here. I can't. He sleep. Yeah, I don't know. I've been having a lot of chest pains in the left side of my chest. It happened after a really intense workout, so I'm pretty sure it's a strained chest muscle. I've had this happen to me before, but it's usually on my right side. Anytime the left side of my chest hurts, I think I'm dying. I think I'm having a heart attack. So, I'm not one of those guys who are like, it's fine. I'm probably fine. As soon as something is wrong for like 2 days, I go to the doctor. I'm one of those people. So, um, he doesn't seem to be too worried. Today I did blood work. I got an ultrasound and X-ray, so I'll have the results no later than Tuesday. They said, and I have to go on November 3rd to do. Hold on, I forgot what it's called. A myocardial perfusion. It's an imaging test. Also, a nuclear stress test. It's done to show how well blood flows through the heart muscle. And then I have to do an exercise stress test. And that's kind of like you ever see in sports when them niggas is running, like they're shirt off and they have like those things attached to them and they're like running and they're like monitoring shit. I gotta do that, but that's like November 3rd, so we'll see what happens. But we're here to talk. We're here to talk about the video. Who watched the video? Yeah, who watched it? Who in here? Who in here watched the damn video? The ride or the ending? What's the most important thing in storytelling to you? Is it the journey and the friends you met along the way? Or is it the conclusion? Or is it the conclusion? You said, no, let me explain. Don't tell the fear here. Prayers to you, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think I'll be okay. I'm trying not to be doomer about it. At this hour of the night, fuck, who you trying to fool? We know what type of coonery and buffoonery comes out of these type of late night streets. I'm alone. So it's not like I'm with other people. He said, me, I watched. Now let me explain. Saw the stream. I'm the only one who watched the video. Simi banned me from coming watching until he finished. As evidenced by my pinned comment. Boom. Yes, I did pin his comment because he's like me. Now, I I know a lot of you guys commented here, but just to reiterate, what side of the fence do you fall on? And I'm okay. I'm okay if you fence it here, where you're like it's a case by case scenario. Depends on the story. Depends on how long it is. Depends on the medium. Depends on what however I felt about it. But are you generally a journey person, or are you generally like a conclusion person? I think over the years I got better at enjoying the journey and stretches. But if and I'm gonna quote Pat. Pat said, if that shit is short, like 30 chapters, you better stick the fucking landing. And I agree. You do not get any grace from me if it's like a short series and the ending stinks. I don't care if I had fun for 10 episodes and hated episode 11 and 12. You suck. You stink. You're not good. All right. So I thought that was fair. Journey. I had to pick one. The ending. I haven't yet. Fuck. Scope. No, I'm kidding. I know you'll get around to it. I'm in boardroom. Don't worry, y'all. You coming through? If you're sliding, I gotta get my headphones up. Discord. Is he actually in there? He's not in there. He lied. He's a liar. This is all Atlanteans do is lie, eat hot chip and lie. That's all they do in Atlanta. Um, I think it's on a spectrum. I generally say the ride has to be good enough for me to even care about the ending. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever like read, played, or watched something and you're like, I don't hate it, I don't love it, but you still, for whatever reason, you're still like continuing and to watch to experience it. But then the ending was good, and you go like, you know what? All things considered, it was pretty good because I'd argue he really is in there. Hold on, he's in there. I gotta grab my headphones. One sec. Bada boom, bada bing. All right.
Bada zam, bada zoom.
Hey, listen. Mind your business when you look at the rubber bands around my beats. All right. These are old, and it's the only way I can get it to work.
You talking to them because I can't see nothing. So
Brother East.
Daniel Giddy. I gotta give 10 minutes for y'all to make the conversation a little more, lively.
You're not trying to have a late night vibration.
My vibes gonna sizzle out.
I feel it. Does Pat comment include to say a trilogy of movies? No, I didn't. He just said if it's short, you better stick to fucking landing. Depends on the series, but Journey because it stands out more in my mind. That's fair. Are you hot chip though? No. If that ending don't hit, I must have quit. I'm from Atlanta and I hate chips. All right. Fair enough. I'm sorry.
Who said that? Who said that?
Sareed.
Yeah. What's up, twin?
Do the spell cast. No, boy.
Oh yeah, no twin. What the fuck going on? You already know what? Southside, you know zone 3. Fuck going on?
Don't know what he said. I heard something about Southside.
Don't worry. So do you know exactly what I said?
Said what's good, twin. It's case by case for me. Genre plays a lot into it. If the goal is is a big bad, you better reward that build up. I think that's fair.
I mean,
What about you?
me?
Yeah. Like
Like I
what
said,
if My Hero 600 chapters and you love 560 chapters and you hate the last 40 or
you
don't
see,
like the last 40?
what's funny is that we run into that problem right now.
Mm.
Where it's like he botched a lot. He botching a lot of shit when it's coming to the ending, and you gonna need to stick to landing when it comes to Shigaraki and Deku. Like that's the only hope you got riding out the end of the final arc with a bare minimum 8 out of 10. If he just
Mm.
sticks that and kill All Might and All for One, and give Shiggy his beat Deku up, and then Deku do his little rise like MCs usually do. But that's what he got to do to hit it because he shit on shafted a lot of characters. That's why it's funny because in the case of we watched the journey go, and you expecting payoff, that's the case. Like if certain things I expect to pay off on, but you directly set up, and then you shaft what should have been a whole fight for 4 or 5 chapters
Mm.
into one chapter. After you set some shit up, oh no, we got an issue. We got big time issues. So like there was something I was waiting on payoff for, and it was either off screen or just like shafted to the side within a chapter, which would have been a full resolution. Then we got issues. That's why I always harp on the epilogue is a really important thing. That's why I say the epilogue should be as just as I think you asked us before. The ending chapter should be just as long as your starting chapter.
That's fair. I think so.
So you,
I
so
think your
you can live.
500 should be pretty long. That's fair.
Yeah, like Yeah, because that's why like a lot of my favorite series have really long epilogues or they wrapped everything up. Like the journey was great, but my main thing was like you wrapped everything up properly. Because if I get attached to characters, we get a great journey, then the end of shit, and I don't know what happened to half the things I love,
You got
and you got
caught.
a smaller cast. It's like
I didn't
the
tell him,
fuck,
but
nigga.
you got caught.
Who,
Hio
who
Kaniku's
called me?
Hio Kaniku was in the chat. You got caught.
Who?
Hio
That
Kaniku. I did not say nothing. You get catch. Naruto Homer ending, but a great journey. He said, "Wow, East." Listen, no, I feel you, but you like the Iron Might stuff. Granted, I won't lie to you. I just knew All Might was in it, and I skipped everything else that happened. The last thing I really saw was the Bakugo shit, so I have to read the in between. But yeah, I gotta read that.
he called me. He called me in here.
Oh snap! He's excommunicated from the Empire. Oh no! You ain't pay your citizen tax.
No, I have not.
Yeah, you know the feds are coming to the door, bro. However, as a counterbalance to my ending stance, I believe the journey and Kagurabachi will be worth every single panel, even if the ending is mid. I believe Karabuchi will save the world. This nigga's not serious. Ah, yeah, I like the Iron Might stuff. I thought the chapter was pretty heartfelt with like the new generation. I don't know how or why Bakugo got up. I might have missed something, but I didn't know. Again, I'm not that invested in it, so I understand. Like you probably feel strong. You probably feel the way I feel about One Piece, where I'm just like I'm all over the fucking place. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel. I don't know what I get every week. Odo's just rolling a D20 dice. I might get a 1, I might get a 16, I might get back to back 20s. I don't know what I'm getting on a week to week basis with this nigga. And SIU's been unserious for like 3 years. So
He been wasting our time.
why don't he finish nothing? You be like, yo, we're gonna plant this seed and we gotta wait 10 days for it to grow so we get to the next floor and do anything but plant the seed. Like, why is he like this?
I've been waiting on Loose Leg for the past 30 years, and this nigga's just been playing game.
You're not even 30 years old. So you don't do shit. That's actually true. Yeah, this nigga is in the Siamese pack. He's wanted. Oh no, never approach him again. Oh my god, that's crazy. But okay. Have you guys ever read a story for a very specific reason? So regardless of how good or bad the story is, you're there for like a character or something like that. Like I'm gonna give you an example. I know a lot of people who felt I started to not like Nanatsu no Taizai around the Mael reveal. When we revealed who Esterosa really was, that's when I thought I started to go a little bit downhill. But people before that was kind of already done with it, and most people just cared if a scanner. When a scanner popped on screen, everyone started praising and saluting the sun, and they were like, "Yo, hype, hype, hype," and then they would leave again. They'd leave. They'd read it just for a scanner. So, have you guys ever done that? Like, I'm just here for this biddy or the art style or whatever. Go ahead, East.
I'm in trouble.
Okay, but answer the question.
What
He
was the
wasn't listening.
question again?
He wasn't listening. Have you
Yeah, I got in
ever read a
trouble.
story for an absolutely specific reason, like just one character or art style or a biddy that looks good in it? All right then, nice talk. Um, the
Uh,
nature also the story is. I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, everyone in this chat is fake. Lost. Can't retweet all my damn retweets, but never pull up to my damn streams. Finna kick them out of my retweet account for real. Oh no. Also, the story is like a natural length, or it's being milked. It can really dictate the journey lands. If you never get to the ending because the journey was a slog, it doesn't matter how much a bang of the ending you have is. That's fair. That's fair. He says, "Sage, you two, you're not slick." Uh oh. The Maya reveal is still hilarious to me. This man, OG Gauther, renamed him to a. Bro, I was cooking and doing other shit. My bad. I wasn't even home till now. Look at him. Y'all failed him. I was asleep and I rose from the ashes and I was there for like the last at least like half an hour, 20 minutes, because he went a little bit past 2 hours. I was like, I caught the end. I don't even like the game he's playing either. I hate that game. I can't wait for him to finish that and play something raw. That shit is not cool. Lies of P is pee pee. It's poo poo. I don't like Lies of pee pee. Um,
that lies with people.
yeah. Sinani sent me
I
a
wasn't
notification
home.
sometimes. It is what it is. It's fine. But can you answer the question now?
Yeah.
So answer the question. Did you not hear me the two times I asked you? Are you
No, I
clicking
actually
out or
did not.
something? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, oh, I just asked if you've ever read a story for like one very specific reason. If it's a character, if it's the action, if it's a bitch, like one specific thing.
Yeah. I have like specifically once. I say probably like character design
Hmm.
overall. Like that would be something that interesting to draw me in, so to speak.
So when that happens, and you guys in the chat answer too. If you're reading a story or playing a game or watching something because for like one specific reason, like the scanner thing I brought up, do you genuinely care about all the things happening around the story, or you just focus on what you care about?
It depends if it bleeds out like it's just like in real life that there's one thing that attracts you to someone, and then you start other things like draw you in after that,
Mm. Send me some
and
X
from
changes.
there those.
Fair. Because like the best example that I always use is Inuyasha. I think that's 558 chapters, and I can't say that I enjoyed a lot of it. I think I was there solely for Shishomaru. I would sit through and read through all of these arcs that I don't give a fuck about. Seeing this burger Inuyasha, his sword raw, but I don't like him like that. I'm like a Kagome stan. I like Kikyo. All of that. Just and then once Shishomaru's on screen, I'm like, this is what I suffer for. This is what I suffer for. I start rubbing my hands. I get like 13 chapters and I'm back in the mud. So it wouldn't even have mattered if that story was good, bad, mediocre, somewhere in the middle. I was just there for Shishomaru. So yeah.
Well, has it happened to anybody where a series falls off and then you still continue for one aspect? For me, it's TOG. I just care about the family heads and the lore. That's about it. Because I just want to know what the fuck happened, what actually happened. That's all.
Yeah. I'd say like there's certain series where like I may have stopped caring about it, but there's like a specific mystery that I care about. Like, what is the secret of the Alco Bardeno, for an example? Like if it was reborn. Like, okay, I still want to know why these mafia niggas got cursed and turned into babies. You know what I'm saying? So I might do that.
Mhm.
But it might not mean I keep up with it. I might just like keep an eye every once in a while and be like, oh, finally they're talking about this, and I'll slide through. So yeah. I don't think I ever stuck one series for one specific attribute of character. It's interesting because like Redline, I'd say I like that movie a lot, the racing one, but that was a very style over substance movie for me. So I didn't really mind it. Like I was there because I thought it was well animated and I thought it looked cool. It was very stylish. So I didn't really care that the story was good or bad. So like that's why I kind of said in the videos I read, play, and watch things for a myriad of different reasons. Now, generally speaking, I'm there for characters, plot and central plot and subplots, but if not, I could just be like, yo, this bitch hot. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it till I'm tired of looking at her, or I'll just save some gifs. You know, I do that sometimes, and not as much anymore. But I love before though. Oh shoot, you talking about Sinbad? You didn't like Maggie? You just like Sinbad? Maggie's one of my favorites. I need to watch Inuyasha. I couldn't get up early enough to catch it on Adult Swim. Yeah, how many episodes are there? There's like the whatever first series, then the final act. I actually watched the final act like way after it came out. I have to watch Yashahime. I'm supposed to watch that with my ex though, but we'll see. Second A, they titty fat as fuck. Do not care about shit else. Icy. I bought it solely. Oh shit. I bought it solely because it was beat 'em up. Then it came up with a super fucking meta story that had me in a rabbit hole for 2 days. That Edie was a show hit though. Yes, it does. It does. Is it Fukai Morty, something Forest, until I get tired of looking at her crying. Yeah, yeah. At some point, I'm like, all right, it's not worth it. But I read Soul Leveling because of the art and action. So yeah, also lost interest in JJK when certain characters I liked. I lost certain characters I liked. So yeah, certain things can ultimately turn you off, especially if what was holding you there made up a minute piece of the pie. That makes sense. because I have the same problem with JJK. Like JJK, I think I saw Mikey tweet this. And you know when Toto pulls up against Mojito and he says something about the whatever, but we are the exception. That's when JJK peaked. Nothing after that. After that fight, nothing was raw. See, I lied. Oh, I lied. Kashimo versus Hakari is raw. I don't care. That's the best one-on-one fight in my opinion. That fight was raw. But
Yeah, that they were throwing hands.
yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. See, with Soul Level, all I went in there was for the art and action. I didn't give a damn. Usually, I don't like overpowered MCs. That's not my shit. I can't. That shit's annoying because I don't know what's up with Koreans and that shit. But there, I knew what I was getting into. I was like, fuck it, and I was like, art. All I care about is the art and it's raw. That's it.
That's fair. I wrestle love him because
So
of
many bitches.
when he asked. Sorry, hold on a second. Also lost intro to JJK when like, oh, I already read that. I'm sorry, I read that. My fact. Go ahead.
Yeah, then like like I was saying, they've had some bad bitches too, but they don't last long.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted a Soul Leveling for not something I would appeal to me as like a usual series I would love, like a good main cast with side characters and everybody get their screen time. What I usually go for that shit was just like art rawness. I like the color palette, color scheme, and the art. That's about it.
You said I read some smut for art only. Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes like I will lie to you. I actually think it hits doubly as hard when like the smut is going crazy, the bitches are fire, but like the drama is actually good and engaging. Like, yo, this guy's cheating on his wife, but she found out and got revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually like it when it hits. But sometimes I'll be like, this artwork is just too good. I don't even know what's happening. I don't even care. Just bust it open. So I feel it. I feel it. I don't think smut should
God
count.
bless it.
Which one of you freaks reach more for the plot? Hey, I'm just saying, it's not about that. Like I always choose that based on artwork. But sometimes you're like, you know what? This love drama is pretty good. It's pretty good. Happens. I thought She Is Young was pretty good. I like Drug Candy. I liked H Mates and Household Affairs. I thought those are like decently solid. Um, I rolled out in Truth and Love. I like a lot. RRBA I think is a good mixture of smut, action, and all the other stuff. That's the one I told you guys about from South Africa, the South African dude that made it. Yeah, he be drawing some fire bitches. The plot sometimes going crazy. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it goes crazy. Sometimes you gotta peep that. You gotta look at the yitty and the plot in the yitty. You know what I'm saying? See one yitty's for the plot and one yitty's for the play. All right. Oh man, it do be appealing to my inner Negro need for drama. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. What else did I want to ask you guys about that Ride of the Ending stuff? Oh, I think you brought something that's interesting. So if you're so like a lot of people, I'm guessing if you are reading a story for a very specific reason, if that reason is removed for whatever reason, you're just out of there. So let's say you were reading a comic book, right? I'm gonna give you Rat Queens for an example. I didn't quit this because the art ended up changing, but for a while I wanted to drop it because I'm not trying to diss Tess Fowler, but her art style just to me didn't gel with Rat Queens, and I didn't like it. Rock Upchurch to me had the best artwork for Rat Queens. I still like Oweni. I liked Sajik. They all did a good job, but I almost dropped it solely because the art style changed, and the characters were still great and all of those things. Like, and then I think we brought up JJK. JJK lost me because all the characters I cared about like died or got like sealed or something like or like couldn't fight anymore. So I lost Nanami and Toto, and those two were my self inserts. Um, Mahito because I thought he was the best antagonist, so I lost him. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody. Who did I say? Nanami, Mahito, Toto.
That's about everybody you fucked with, as far as I can remember.
Nah, there's like one more. But fuck it with me. I recalibrate. Hold
Nah,
on. Nanami, no go. Uh, Toto. I think you're right. Maybe it was just the Mahito.
that's all the people I remember. Yeah, see, even say he said the same shit.
Oh, Mecha Maru. I liked him. I don't care what anyone says. I liked him. I
Oh,
felt
really?
bad when he died. I felt bad. I felt bad.
Oh, that was my nigga. I felt bad too.
That hurt me. That hurt me. Oh,
Um,
Toji. But Toji was in the back wasn't a flashback anyway. It was Toji. It was Toji.
yeah,
Toji was for forgetting.
that's why I didn't count because I'm like, well, he was just there for like literally one arc.
Mhm.
I mean, he popped back up. but
Yeah,
really just one arc.
yeah. I didn't even know why he
Uh,
was. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Having rewatched it and stuff, like I like, I like realized like I had read JJK and had like no idea what was actually going on. Like I just kind of like didn't absorb anything. I did not know why that nigga was so strong. I'm like, why is he so strong? I'm like, oh, heavenly restriction. I did not know that was until I rewatch and reread. I had no idea what that shit was. I was not paying attention, fam. Go ahead, go ahead.
for me, what the hell was it? Art. You brought up art and comics.
Hmm.
Listen, man, Oakley is the true artist of Invincible. All right,
I feel it.
that is the true art. That is the true artist. Walker,
You don't
I'm
like
not gonna
Corey?
shit on him, but
Corey kept reusing panels though. But I don't know. I feel it. I feel it. I'm not mad at that take. I'm not mad at that. Oddly is him.
because it's like when you see fucking that nigga versus Conquest, like that shit was like, yeah, yeah, like that shit was dry. But then you just got like Oatley comes in and it's just like, I mean, you got Walker coming in, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just so soft. I don't know, it just wasn't. Sometimes niggas look funny and weird.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I actually almost dropped Invincible. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. There
Mm-mm.
was one arc. I'm damn. I don't say nothing because I don't know how people read it, and I know the animation's coming out. I won't say it, but I thought I didn't want to rehash all of those plot points again. I'm like, really? But it actually ended up being good, so I wasn't mad at
Mm.
it. Wasn't mad at it, but I almost dropped it at one point. And remember, I was reading it like while it was ongoing, so I didn't get to sit in one lump sum like you guys get to do and read it. I had to wait whatever. Cause remember, he was also doing The Walking Dead, right? So
Yeah, I don't know how niggas be doing that shit. Them
So
niggas.
he's like Rick Remender. Rick Remender writes like 6 series at a time, so you get like two fucking issues a year. Two from Deadly Class, two from Low, two from Tokyo Ghost, two from Seven to Eternity. I'm like, I want to fight this guy. Right? One fucking focus, nigga. And then sometimes he writing some Marvel shit, and I'm like, I can't win. Turn all that off, bro.
That
Uh, So yeah, I told you when number one engaged JK. Yeah, I told you years ago. I don't like Maki though. I don't. I think having revisited, I think I understand the Maki love better now. I didn't really realize it the first time, but I'm not a Maki stan. That's that's boneless Tojo. I'm sorry though. She don't move me. She don't move me. I know what arc you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, you got it then. You got it then. I think I was clever with my wording. So to me, it depends on the series. Some stories are very dependent on a good ending, while for others, just a cherry on top. I'll give you guys an example of something where, like, I would argue I didn't enjoy a very crucial part of it, but because the I thought the ending was so strong, I don't even remember if it actually came together well in terms of all the individual narrative and plot threads. But I am not a Code Geass stan. I'm not. I think the first season's pretty good, and I think the second season is some type of ass. But I thought the ending was really good. So I'm like, oh, 7 out of 10. I thought the ending was very powerful, honestly. So I ended up giving it 7 out of 10. Prior to that, it probably would have 5 from me. So I don't know.
oh wow.
Is that weird?
No, that makes sense. There's a lot of people I know that's like not feeling that, but it's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
You.
I can't the moment y'all started hitting on Invincible. Must be destiny. I'm crying. The ending is powerful. It is. It is. I liked Akito the Exile stuff though. Have you ever disassociated from a series for being too willing to kill characters like you reflexively avoid getting attached? Akame ga Kill is the first example that I can think of. Attack on Titan. I ended up doing that in Attack on Titan. Not I only like 2 characters in there, but any character I had a mild interest in. I'm like, oh, she was gonna get eaten. All right, you're dead too. So I'm like, yeah. If you are too willy nilly to kill characters off, I just refuse to get attached to any characters. And as a person who likes to read stories for the characters you have in it, you'll probably lose me. So yes, that happens to me. That happened to you, East?
Yes, yes. But it's funny because Walking Dead used to be one of my favorite shows. But then on getting in there, niggas like may not make it, and may make it, may not make it, type shit. So I was like, what do you want to do? Like, but I still love zombie shows and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Um, Yeah, like when Nina ride the table. Code Geass led to the creation of CodeMint, so I give it a bridge out of 10. Ah, yes, Code Geass. That nigga's kind of funny, wasn't he? Purple eyes, what the fuck or something. I like the art when I like the part where Rolo saved himself to save Lelouch. I think I remember that. I have to revisit that, but I don't want to. What's up, Vince?
What is going on?
We're just talking about the video, the ride versus the ending. Did you want to chime in with what side you're on?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I am also on the side of the ending because listen, I get it. I get joining the ride. I'm not saying that there's not, but for me, the argument is simple. Even though yes, you do enjoy the ups and downs, the whirlwind of reading. You got to think about, especially when it comes to this is almost more specific towards manga and anime, and maybe no, more than that. But I'll just because we're talking about manga and anime usually. But think about, especially if you follow these things ongoing and all that, how much time you put into years. You put years into this reading a certain one. You could have been reading this from your childhood to your at least young adult years. Don't you think you deserve a good ending or at least a solid one? You and I think a lot of the problem is sometimes too when people have this conversation, they think that because the last two or three chapters were solid to good, that excuse an arc or like 60% of an arc being ass, especially when it's the last one. That's not okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
not good. That's the problem. I feel like because most time when we talk about ending, people are just like, "Oh, well, the ending made sense." Yes, but how did we get here? Did the execution of that made sense? Were they pussyfooting around? Were we going, in circles? Did we like how you got there? Has to matter. We can do things. I always use this favorite example because it's the easiest one. Games of Thrones. Did all the decisions in Games of Thrones the last season make sense as far as where the character arc went? Yes. It's not that it didn't make sense. It's how we got there. You could have did an extra at least 2 seasons worth of material with that. And instead, we speed rushed it to the ending. So that makes it bad. Yes, that makes it bad. Even if how you got because you can make with enough mental gymnastics and enough thinking, you can make almost anything an author says make sense. An author can almost cop his way out of anything. We've seen it all the time. You sit here long enough, you can just be like the author writing a story. He realized, damn, what I forgot about that one plot line. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a flashback, and retroactively write it back in. Shit, it's easy to do shit like that. Like when you and me talk about this all the time. It's lazy, but it's easy to do, and for some people, that's enough. As long as they got the reason, good enough. It's lazy writing, man. And y'all deserve more. Y'all deserve for the author to have a plan. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying things don't change. Dragon Ball Z really easy. Toriyama probably wanted to end it a couple separate times, but it got popular, so you keep going. You want to get rid of a character, they got popular, so you bring them back. All sorts of things. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying you got to be good at this. You got to know what you're doing. You at least got to have a plan.
Please understand your limitations.
Yeah, or something.
Shout out to
Just,
Korea, bro. Korea's so funny, dog. Please don't overestimate your capabilities. They're so fucking. It's like it's so disrespectful how they say it. But no, I'm with you though. I'm with you. Me and you are kind of aligned on that. Um, Give me a sec. Agamiga Kill is a prime example of a story that doesn't understand why deaths are powerful in storytelling. It just spams thinking. It spams it thinking that it'll make it better. Agreed. The desk writing. I lost where I was at.
oh,
Bogias led the creation of Codement. Oh, wait, I went up. Can you come here? Sorry, I'm buying clothes. All right, hurry up. I can't find them. It took me a good minute to understand what I just saw. Listen, when I saw Nina riding the desk, I knew immediately what was going on. He said, "Okay, you getting rolled on. Okay."
'cause I'm not gonna lie. That might be, all things considered, the wildest scene in
It's
any
so out of
anime I've
it's
ever
so out of
watched.
pocket. It's just so out of
because
pocket.
it's just no reason for it.
It just,
like no.
that's why it's funny.
See, I would say Code Geass. I would make this argument. Code Geass second season. I say it all the time. If like I'm not an objective guy, but I just look up all the nonsense that happened. That season is probably like a 6 out of 10 until you get to like the last 3 episodes, and then they kind of save themselves. And I'm just like, the ending was so good that I was just like, damn. I kind of excused all the nonsense y'all were doing. See, I'd
Same.
rather that happen
I
though
just said
than
that.
the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
It's a
all
powerful
you
ending.
you really good, and then all the nonsense happened at the end. Cause now I'm like, what just happened?
Yep. I've gotten screwed over by the big OG endings minus One Piece. We'll have to see what happens with that. Would you say the longer the story is, the more depending the ending is to the story being good? Yes, because because it's likely you spent more real time and emotional investment into it. That's why I said earlier what Pat said actually rang true with me. If that shit is short, you better stick that fucking landing, or you're garbage. You're not getting no leeway with a 30 chapter manga with a mid ass ending. You suck. You're not good. Quit, hang it up.
Well, yeah, because the journey explanation is why long manga kind of get away with what they do.
Mhm,
Like I always say, my thing with Naruto is not that it's not doesn't have good parts and not really good, especially since I just reread it in the past like 3 years. My
mhm,
problem is with Naruto, the last arc is literally a fourth of the story.
mhm,
A fourth. That's not 100% math on it, but go look at it. Go look how long that last arc is. How long he was writing that. I think he was writing that last arc for like 8 years, something like that. Between like 5 to 8 years. It's literally a fourth of the story, and I don't think it's all that.
mhm,
But a lot of people are usually like, well, y'all just don't like this, and the ending is actually good because when people talk about the ending of Naruto, usually what happens is there's there's like a miscommunication, or I feel like, or just a willful ignorance, maybe even of what people are talking about. People are just like, well, look what actually happened in the last like 3 chapters, and other people are like, no, like how we got there, I didn't like it. I don't like how we beat Kaguya. I don't like how we got rid of Madara. People are like, but that's not the ending, which I feel like is kind of silly, but that's what they do. They go, well, that's not the actual ending. The actual ending is Naruto Sasuke fight happens, bada bing, bada boom. The ends, he gets him back, he wins him over, he goes back to the village and he graduates in the final chapter. It looks really good. But people are talking about how we got there. Madara, you watching Madara do all this, ninja god, he's raw, he's doing the epic speeches, and he gets betrayed. And he's not dead, because that's the other thing I think people forget too. He's not dead. But even then, though, for a lot of people, we were like, this is one of the most epic villains. We've been waiting for this guy, his legendary skills, all thing, and we actually don't get to see somebody we
mhm,
know or the main character defeat him. And then we get another villain after that that we don't really know, never really heard of until this moment. Well, not that's not completely true, but still, not compared to the hype around Madara. And now we're fighting her, and nobody really cares about that last fight. When you talk about the end of Naruto, you don't bring that up. You don't bring up the fight with Kagura. You bring up everything else.
I don't even like Sasuke versus Naruto round two, if I'm being really honest with you. I think aside from Sasuke using Naruto's hands to fucking make jutsu, that was the only thing I thought was wrong. That's the only thing I cared about.
I mean, I
But
agree with you,
Man,
but that's because at that point too, I'm not very fond of those two characters at all.
same, same. I hate them both.
I
I
have
hate them
a
both.
I have a slightly begrudging respect for Sasuke's writing by this time I read it. But even then, I still don't like him as a character, and that's like not necessarily be like, oh, he was badly written. I think he's solidly written character to good, depending on the section of the story. I just don't like him, and I definitely don't like Naruto, and that's happened every single time I read it too. That
Hmm,
doesn't help either. Just don't like that guy.
hmm. So Sly, to answer your question, I actually really like the ending of Chained Echo. I don't know if you did everything. That's another game that I kind of 100% completed. I got every chest and blah blah yada yada yada. I think it's fair to say the kind of little, what do I want to call it? The kind of like misdirection and kind of switcheroo with what happens with Glenn and Killian was a little jarring, but I actually thought it made sense, especially when I replayed it. there was a lot of like I beat that game twice, so having replayed it, I'm like I was able to pick up on very small things that was going to lead to that. But I do think it's a little bit jarring. I'm not going to spoil it because I want everyone to play that game. But I actually love the ending of Chained Echoes. That's kind of what
Yeah,
maybe
I will
elevated,
play that. I will
kind of what
play that
elevated it
at
for
some
me.
point.
But I understand why a lot of people weren't fond of it, so to speak. I get it, but that moved me tremendously. I loved it. I loved it. Let me catch up. Let me catch up to these comments real quick. Give me a sec.
No, you good. You good.
What store? What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. What do you mean at the soup store? I'm at the soup. What store are you in? Speaking of endings, how do you feel? Oh yeah, right. That's right. That. Nah, but I think it's only because I've yet to see an extremely satisfying ending to a manga. Really, I've seen a couple, but I'd argue they're not that long. They're more like slice of life, josei, romance type stuff.
Right. Yeah, I say that genre usually delivers for me, just my
Mm-hmm.
personal preference, a lot more than these
Mm-hmm.
battle stories tend to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to look at my manga list to see which one, because some of them I still
Good
haven't
ending.
ended
Good
either. I
ending has
don't
a good
think.
ending. Like, that's why I had good ending on
Yeah,
the screen.
100%, 100%. Yeah, she was spot on. She
Yeah.
she is the most for me though, because she got one great story and one bad story.
Oh
I'm
word.
like, man,
I've only read a good ending, I think, so I don't know the other one.
domestic girlfriend, was
Oh
it? That's what
shit,
it's
that
called.
is her. That is her. I
Yeah,
never finished it. I never finished it. Never finished it. Never finished it.
it was good towards like the little middle parts, and then I don't know what happened. I think it was a combination of, and I'm not giving her no excuses though, because like I said, I seen her write something good, but I think it was a combination of fatigue, harassment from fans, and maybe just not 100% knowing who she wanted to pick.
Fair.
She picked wrong though, I tell you that.
An apple.
Stupid ass ending. That's another one. Stupid ass ending.
An apple can turn into an what the fuck, son? An apple? Where was I? Where was I? Can turn into an apple can turn into an apple, but you need to go through the process. You can't make it make sense for it to turn into a pie. I hear what you're saying. I'm gonna say I don't even know what's going on with my chat, bro. If my phone would work, this would be easier. Sorry. I think the last arc on Medaka Box is ass and it definitely hurt the series, but it didn't ruin it the way it would ruin a different kind of story. I don't agree with that, but I know that's one of those hills that I'm alone on. I'm gonna circle back to that because I have a comparison to make with Legend of Korra. And I want to get your take on it, but give me a second.
That kind of reminds me of me with the Claymore ending sometimes. I feel like I like it a lot more than the average person. But that happens too sometimes.
But maybe in overall stories in different mediums, I think the ending is the best. Yes, the ending is super important to me. I'm in the same boat, especially with what Vince said. That shit is ass, and is the ending of the series. I only read the manga. Sasuke using Naruto's hand wasn't in the manga. Oh, it wasn't. Oh shit. Well, there you. Goddamn.
That
It is what
anime
it is.
that anime sauce that fight up, which it should. That's why I said that's what anime is supposed to do. Or
Mm-hmm.
any medium that you have, or any visual medium, excuse me, that's
Mm-hmm.
adapting something that's not visual. It's supposed to sauce that shit up.
I feel it.
That's what Bleach is doing right now.
No,
Y'all all
actually,
gas.
I have a wait, Vince. I have a question. I have a
What's up,
question.
Reaver?
Yo, what's up, my man? Um, I honestly have a question regarding this. Do you do both of you boys? I don't know if the chat does or in general the fan base do, but do you separate, for example, because we know for a fact that many anime, as you just pointed out, adapt a manga. They're not OVAs. Nowadays, they sort of are, but not exactly. So my question to you is, what do like when someone says, okay, this ending or this plot line or something is trash from the anime perspective because they only watch
What's
the
up,
anime.
Dream?
They don't take in both. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because you have manga and anime. And back in the day, they were very separate beings.
I feel it.
It probably just depends, to be honest. For example, this is my favorite thing. I rate Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the anime, much higher than I do the manga. I think the anime is simply better. I think it's better getting the visuals across. I think it's just more entertaining in a lot of ways. It's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is and it's very hard to make a complete one for one with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it does a better job of getting its point across as far as like emotions and all that other stuff. All the stuff that will help you if you're doing something with visuals. So that's why I'm just
100%.
like
I
that
feel
the
that.
anime is a lot better than for me for the manga. The manga is still good, but I think the anime does its job and enhance it. And I was finishing
And
my Bleach
it,
point real quick. I don't
no,
think Bleach is bad because I rated it at 8. I actually rated it a lot higher on reread than I did the first time I read it because I was actually really mad. I was reading that when it was ongoing, so I was actually really mad at that ending with
that's fair.
with Ichigo and all that. Yeah, but like so actually rereading the manga, I'm actually higher on it, even though I'm still mixed on the final arc. But the anime is definitely gassing it up.
I would argue, actually, going off on sort of something you said there, Vince. I would argue at the end of the day, a not just a good or great, but a perfect anime adaptation should be better than the manga. You know why?
100%. Oh, I said that all the
Because
time.
we
I
have
agree.
the same visuals animated with stellar. We have sound, we have voice acting, we have 3 extra components outside of the manga that are added. They should, once again, it's no different when you're cooking. You know, if you already make a great beef stew, and then you add 3 extra spices, those spices are supposed to enhance your already good beef stew. They're not meant to take away from it. So an anime in its actual form, unless it has no manga to base itself on, an anime should be superior to every manga. By
It,
definition, by understanding that an anime is taking an already good story, it should make it great. It should do everything for it.
I agree with that definitely from the standpoint, but I do try to say that sometimes depending on what they're adapting and all that, and sometimes things out of their hand, because with any visual medium that has to do with a completely different team and stuff like that, sometimes they do have to change things to fit the time allocation and things of that nature. 'Cause this is a bigger problem. It's not as big of a problem with anime. It's a bigger problem with TV shows, but that tends to happen sometimes too. Or even like, I'll use the example for the most one I can think of with anime. Vinland Saga doesn't come not yeah, it doesn't really different from how the manga does it, and that was a choice. And some people like it better. And for me, I'm like, I'm not sure if I like it better. There are parts of it I like better, but as a whole, I'm not sure, quite frankly. So
Well,
I think it just kind of depends. Most of them I season one.
mhm. Don't forget what you're gonna say back there, David. Let me just catch up to the comments. Jarring is definitely the word I'd use for it. When I revisited the game, I may change my opinion on it. I think anybody who didn't like the ending of Chain, I it's like if I'm being fair, especially that first playthrough, I think that twist was kind of like a twist for twist's sake. Like I'm a subvert expectation just to subvert expectations. I just think it made sense, so it didn't bother me. And my understanding is there's going to be a sequel, so it could lead into something great. And you never know if actually let me not, I'm not keep going. But yeah, I like Chain Echoes Echo. It's my game of the year. It's the best game I played all year. Domestic, good ending, so clear. Yeah, she flip flopped a lot. My guilty pleasure are these romance, Korean manhwa. I don't know the art and into drama, but it be moving me. Yes, sir. Bleach praise all day, every day. What's up, Dream? I said hi to you already. We eating a 1,000 Year Blood War. I'm so impressed with the anime. Lost said hi to you, Griever. Yeah, the Soul Eater anime and
That's
manga
fine.
are much different, much different, much different. So
Yeah, that too. The ending of
read
the anime is bossa.
yeah, read the manga. I think Atsushi Okubo was a very good visual storyteller. If you've read Fire Force at all, I think you would know that from Fire Force. It's really good. Never read or watched Bleach. Can't wait to get to it. Hey man, you're in for a treat. Every time I see a good Bleach girl fan art, my interest goes up a bit. Folks have no idea how much Toei added to the Dragon Ball manga, including classic moves and shit. You mean the anime? The anime, I think you mean. Or you mean the manga? The
Yeah.
Toei, yeah. But yeah, you're right. We just stop hating on Dragon Ball. Sadly, anime doesn't replicate some things like art styles at times. Directors can screw up the anime too. I don't know why Chainsaw Man went the cinematic route. That's how I feel about Les Fleurs du Mal, Aku no Hana, the Flower of Evil. I hate they did fucking roller scoping. Like, why did you guys do that? That hurt my feelings.
Yeah, sometimes they don't do a good job of matching the aesthetic and all that. That's why we say if it's good. In theory, it's supposed to. Does that
Yeah.
happen in reality? No,
Mhm.
it doesn't.
Anime should be superior, but the problem is that it almost never is. They always exclude some important things that are in the manga, and sometimes they add things that make no sense, like the Black March stopping time. Oh man, that
Yeah.
was hilarious.
No,
Okay,
that
so
that that
Well, to
that should
be
have just
fair,
that
I
was
can
just
name.
egregious.
Honestly,
That
to
was
go
just
up on Vince's point, I can name 2 animes that I think are superior to the manga. One is Death Note. The other one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I agree.
I
I agree
think
with that too. I think Death
they
Note the anime is better.
those are 2 that definitely. I would actually argue a third one, and Naya might be able to weigh in on this one, but I think Inuyasha actually does better in an anime than it does as a manga too.
I've never read Inuyasha. I should do that. That should be interesting.
See,
do
as
I
an
like
art style,
do I like the
Rumiko
anime more?
Takahashi does a
Right?
fantastic,
Right? Do I like that?
very soft line drawings and stuff, and I get that. But the anime drawers, the ones who animated it, made male characters, even though like Shishomaru and stuff were still feminine, still had this adult look to them. I feel like Rumiko Takahashi's work uh makes everything still feel like 90s childish a little bit, and the fact is that some scenes in the anime are fucking dark. They go hard, and it's because the art style that's slight, it's still the right character design and no one will complain, but it shifts slightly. It's not anything to do with color or sound or voice acting. It's just that slight shift to let's get rid of the soft contrast out of the scene and let's add some dark lines. And let's make like Demon Inuyasha look fierce and shit, and Demon Shishomaru. Let's make him look fierce, not feminine. And once again, I know it's a feudal fairy tale. I know it's a shoujo technically, and that's all good. And I read many, and I love it. But at the end of the day, I feel like it'd be great if you could have like a guy like Kubo draw the hard lines of a male character, and then you have someone like Rumiko Takahashi draw the soft feminine lines of a female character. If you could combine those two, it'd be mwah, chef's kiss.
It's Takahashi. There's no R. um.
Yeah.
So hold on, 1 second. I'm just gonna tweet about Believe Trusting It's bad. It's good. It's good. It's really good. Junito horror manga adaptation was a travesty. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't even watch it. Historical stories are pretty heavily depending on the journey because the beginning, the ending are set if accurate, while the mystery story endings make the clues and how you get there much better. I'm guessing you're talking about stuff like Kingdom. So my pushback with you guys is I don't think the anime should be superior necessarily. I don't think the adaptation should be
Oh,
superior. It should use the strengths of its medium to be different than the original medium it's adapting from. So you know how you guys brought up animation and music and sound design and things of that nature. I think you should use that to make it a different experience in a lot of ways. I don't think it needs to be superior. It needs to be like enjoyable in a different way or in a similar way, in my opinion. There's a lot of examples that I could think of where I'm like, I just like both the anime and manga. Um, I might say I like this part better in the manga, that part better in the anime, but like JoJo, I think it's pretty even neck and neck, but I usually give the edge to the anime because I love literally hearing the onomatopoeia.
Well, that's what I mean.
Obviously,
Okay, I'm not saying it should be better than the original work. I'm saying like if
yeah.
you made a really good to great one, just kind of by proxy, it ends up being better. Not necessarily that it should, because most time it doesn't. Because a lot of anime are honestly just made to tell you to go read the original work.
yeah,
To be fair,
So
I
a lot of
also
a lot of them
actually
don't even put in the resources to do that because a lot, especially when you watch the 12 episode one, they're usually adapting some light novel or something,
do.
or maybe even a visual novel. And basically, they're just trying to get you interested. They have no goal of actually putting like the most resources and everything into it. They're just like, look at this. You like how
100%.
these characters look? You like kind of how this story is going? Well, you're only getting 12 episodes of this, so you want to do the rest, you got to go do it.
But to
So
push
you
to
gotta go
push
play them out.
back, Vince, on once again, I agree with you, but on our argument to push back actually against our own argument and agree with Naya a little bit is Naya's not actually wrong either, in the sense that we need to. It's like okay, the manga itself is already in its certain art form in its certain way, And in like what you and I are arguing is that all you can do is improve on it. But however, you're reading
Oh,
it.
no, but I'm not actually not arguing that at all. I'm not saying you could prove on that at all. I'm saying that if you bringing the because the thing about making an anime that you're adapting is you didn't make any of the material yourself. Somebody already did all the work for you. Your job is to bring it to life in a visual experience that something they're not capable of doing because that's just not the medium they chose to make it in. So
Okay, so
if you do their
then
work,
are you saying
you should be
wait
able to
then
enhance it in the parts that they couldn't, just simply from the fact that they couldn't. Like
yeah
there's
wait
a
wait I
limitation.
got it. I got your argument then. What you're saying is it necessarily shouldn't be better, but you shouldn't make it worse.
Yeah, in some ways, yes, I am saying that. I'm saying that just by you
No, because I
adapting
agree
this,
with that
you're bringing
argument.
that.
Like, how do
Yeah,
you take, for example, if I don't care what manga you read, I don't care if it's a manga that I don't like or I love, but at the end of the day, if you have a material, and let's just say it's a 5 out of 10, it's the most average manga of all time, there's no excuse for when it's adapted for it to get worse. It should only be as good or better because now you've added sound. Well, at least that's my argument. Is that there's no excuse for something to somehow get worse. Like how you've added sound,
You have
you've added
incompetent people on the staff or bad
no,
upper.
no,
Oh,
no, I know why it happens. I'm saying it shouldn't happen. I'm saying that anime should always be as good or better than its source
this
material.
nigga is blind. Not you. Sorry, I'm just trying
Yeah.
my daddy glasses on.
Also, by the way, now I love the GE good ending girl in the yeah.
Of course. You already know. Real romance. We out here. But
Dude,
that's one thing I like
you
about me,
know
you, and
I love
Vince.
my romance.
We
You
fuck with
know,
romance
GE good
heavy.
ending.
Yeah. We fuck with romance.
Yeah.
I'm a romance merchant. That's all I care about is love.
Well, surprisingly, we both love One Piece. You know,
And One Piece doesn't
because
really have any
that's a
romance. I
manga
wish
that
it
has
did
none of that
secretly
shit.
though. I actually do wish it had some. There's moments I suppose. It's like your little whatever.
damn. If One Piece had more romance, you think it's bad now? You gonna add a whole nother fan base to that.
Yeah.
Y'all not ready for the. I mean, they already got stands and shippers now, but canon
There's already yaoi
after.
for Zoro and Sanji.
That's
It's
what I say. I was saying. That's what I say. I
okay.
say. Make it canon, man. Listen.
What? To be fair, all Oda said was that he would never have inter like
True.
among the Straw Hat crew. Nobody's getting together.
Oh, fair enough.
That doesn't mean that they won't get together with somebody outside of their crew.
Mhm. Recent return magic should be special for an anime. The anime is god awful. I'm hearing the art is just better in the source. I like the Hitman Reborn Curse of the Rainbow. Akableno better in the manga, and yes, I'm trying to turn this to a semi Katekyo Hitman Run Back stream number 11. I need to hear the music, not read it. I've always said that with like Your Line April,
Yeah,
Your
I
Line
can't.
Beck.
Yeah, I can't do
I
that music manga thing,
I
man.
need to
It
hear
just
it.
don't
I
work.
gotta hear that. You just made my point just now. Ideally, anime should be better or equal. What are you talking about? One Piece has mad romance. Luffy loves meat. That's crazy. My boy loves Luffy and
Wow,
romance Dawn.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the most deranged statements I've heard all week.
Honestly, Momo's clothes love him too. You know what? I'm not mad at it. This is a Reborn channel, and I am mad at it. And secretly, I'm cooking with that video right now. It's coming along so great. I'm very
I'm
proud of
still
it.
crying that I'm still the only one who hasn't read it. One day.
I like I end like so when I was like gathering a couple of panels, I ended up rereading. I ended up rereading 3 arcs. I reread Varia, Shimon Inheritance, and The Curse of the Rainbow arc again. I'm like, I got a problem, bro. I literally stopped editing for like an hour, just started reading. But so personally speaking, I would argue that I'm generally an original medium type of guy. So Kingdom Hearts, that's a video game. So the video game is the one that I care about the most, more so than the anime or the manga if there was one. The manga is interesting in a lot of ways because when I kind of read it, like with Jafar, Sora doesn't really fight him. He just goes, "Oh, you're a genie, right?" And then just basically uses his own genie like the pros and cons against Jafar instead of actually having a boss fight. I think those things could be interesting, but I'd rather play the boss fight personally. So that's just me. Yeah, so I think with like books, like adapting a book into maybe a cartoon or to a movie or whatever. Here's the reason why a lot of those let me down. I'd argue that I have a very vivid imagination and I'm pretty creative. So whatever I come up with in my head is never as good as what I see on the screen. Like Hogwarts was like way crazier in my brain. You know what I'm saying? When I saw it,
Yeah.
I'm like, like it didn't really move
Oh,
me in the films like that. But that,
not
but
not to cut you off, but because of a certain message that I think we both received about maybe Boar's Hat coming back.
yes, sir.
Um, yeah, I'm very stoked. I'm very stoked. But
So am I. I
this
gotta go
is
read the Fortnite, whatever it's called. I gotta go read it. Watch it.
oh, dude, me too. But fact of the matter is that to go
What
off
the hell
on
is this?
something that you just said was how many videos did I make on my old channel that you knew about and stuff. But
Ooh, what the hell is this?
how many videos did I make explaining how so many three-dimensional plot lines could be done in Seven Deadly Sins? How much sunshine and how it would tie in and all this shit and how it would make sense just for it to get fucked up. So I agree with you. The idea that if I can come up with a better theory and a better plot line in my head than the author is going to write,
Mhm.
I'm immediately taken out of the story a little bit because I'm like, I'm not a writer. I'm some asshole sitting down on the internet. And if I can actually come up with 6 to 7 theories that are all better than your fucking storyline, and that's not objective. That's just fact because everybody hates what happened in Seven Deadly Sins. So, you know,
Yeah.
there's a perfect. So I agree with your point. It's like, wow, like, what am I supposed to do with this information right now?
Yeah, and I also think it depends on what you adapt into what. So, like, book, like novel to film, novel to cartoon, visual novel to anime. I think they all come with different trials and tribulations you have to overcome. So it can
Hmm.
be difficult because I know a lot of people who actually think like, listen, I understand the fights go crazy and you floatables and nice, whatever, but I still think the visual novel for Fate Stay is much better than the anime. That's just me though. You know what? I agree with that.
Fair, fair.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, because there's some things. Quite frankly, everything can't be adapted, or at least not in
True.
the manner that they choose to do so. Like for example, I always say honestly, certain books or certain things would do better if they stopped trying to put it in live action, and honestly, if they tried to do more animation or adult animation, I think they'd have better luck. They just don't want to do that because people tend to see it as more childish.
Mhm.
But I felt like if you did that in a more anime way, you have more leeway as far as like how the characters can move, or it looks less corny. It actually looks better. Because I always say my favorite adaptation of Star Wars. I'm not trying to get to a whole Star Wars conversation, but it's the
Clone Wars.
cartoon Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my favorite
that's my
Star Wars
favorite piece
content.
of Star Wars piece of media.
And the Ahsoka novel. I like that a lot too.
Haven't read that, so
See,
I'll trust you on it.
I
But
like
I
the
don't want
Knights
to
of
get
the
into a whole
Republic games.
conversation on that. But I'm just saying. But I think if
Knights
more
Republic
people
is
try to
solid.
do stuff like that and stuff like Avatar, then I feel like we'd have more things. We actually more leeway
See,
to do certain things.
I actually I'm gonna put a +1 to Vince on this argument because at the end of the day, or whatever you want to call it, discussion, because you're absolutely right, Vince. At the end of the day, certain art forms work better for certain stories.
Yeah.
This is a fact. Like certain things, for example, I think that Peter Jackson did a fantastic job trying to adapt the impossible with Lord of the Rings. And he made a great version of Lord of the Rings in the movies. But at the end of the day, those books were not really adaptable. That was almost an impossible from word to page. It's not
Well, of
possible.
course, because
So what did he do?
Lord of the
He
Rings is
made
one of those
a
things
fuck
where
ton of
it has.
changes to make
Well,
it
of course,
work.
Because Lord of the Rings is one of those things though where they literally are walking and singing for like 20 chapters though. So like yeah,
Exactly.
you couldn't
They
do like
describe
everything
they
that was in it.
describe the breakfast table for a whole page. Trust me, I read it yearly, so I know for a fact that they do this. So
We're both big
right,
Lord of the Rings
you
fans.
you can't. But
Yeah.
certain things. The point is, the certain things you can't adapt. You can fuck up adaptation. I 100% think that, but at the same time, certain things are not meant to be uh, just yeah. No, I'm just all I'm saying is I use an example, but I'm agreeing with Vince. Is that certain? It doesn't matter if it's a manga, a book, an anime, whatever. You take an anime, like for example, I don't believe that Dragon Ball Z can be put live action. I don't care how much money you throw at it, you're never going to get Vegeta proper. You're never gonna get
I'm
Goku
so
proper. You're never
angry
gonna
at
get
you because your ass is watching that bitch ass One Piece live action. That shit's not good either. Let's cut it
Oh,
out.
hold on.
No, 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 no. It's not
Hold
good.
on,
I
hold
don't
on.
care if you like it. Just don't tell me it's good. Just say I like it. Don't tell me it's
No,
good. I don't
I
agree.
do like it.
I
I
no, you
do
don't,
like it. Is it good? Yes, but as
bro.
an adaptation from One Piece,
Bro,
man.
I saw Arlong and his crew listening to Sexy Red. I just turned it off. Drinking Douce. Just turn that off, bro. just just turn that, bro.
That's pretty funny.
I can't do it, blood. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
And hey, now you and I have talked about this before, and I already told you.
Listening
I
to
said,
Sexy Red. That's pretty
okay,
funny.
if you don't want to watch it. I decided to watch it, and you know what? Certain things, for
I just want
example,
everyone to
now,
know that what I did was the right decision. I'm right. Everyone
all
else
right,
is wrong.
now
Anyone
I'll
who was
tell you right
slightly
now.
curious was wrong.
Spoil,
I'm right.
spoiler
Uh,
alert for Naya and everybody else, but there is one thing that I thought we would never get that I think we should have got. Garp and Zeph sit down and have a conversation.
Give a fuck about that shit, man.
Dude, no, it's
Don't give a
let,
fuck
let,
about that shit. Garp
why
and
don't you
Zeph,
give
I
a
don't give a fuck
no
about them
hold on,
talking.
hold on, Naya. If fucking if Garp sat down with I don't know fucking pick a great character with Rayleigh, would you not be interested in that conversation? I want to know what the fuck
That's
they would
different
talk
because
about.
he
I
used to
want to know what they
clash
would say.
with Gold Roger, so they have history to me. What the fuck
Yeah,
does he
but
have to
him
what
sitting
Ziggy
down
did he have
with
with
Zeph.
Zeph? He ain't captured Zeph. He ever ran to Zeph before. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That is
Oh no,
Sanji's
you
dad.
should know. You should because
I'd rather
Zeph
see
is
Judge talk to Zeph. That I'd like to see. And Zeph beat his ass
oh
with the
Judge and
peg
Zeph
leg.
100%. But I still stand strong saying that Zeph and Garb having a conversation about generations works. It works well.
He thinks in the Sexy Red, bro. Drinking Douce. That's all I know. Anyways,
That's hilarious.
I didn't mean to derail. I didn't mean to derail. My bad. Hold on. Let me catch up with the comments though. Wait. When Vince finally reads Kentucky Men Reborn, we're getting the Kentucky running back stream number 24. If he reads it, I will run it back. Side note, Clone Boa. Oh my god, this shit's going down. Side note, Clone Boa falling for Luffy hurts Boa's character because it makes it about nature and not how Luffy handled the situation at Amazon Lily. I guess that's fair. I never really thought about it that deeply. Sometimes artists aren't great at action, and some just know the anime will make it better. Cough, cough, Oda. Yep. Imagine someone adapted Togashi's book into a visual medium, though. Yeah, I'm not. I'm done with Togashi. Barsat coming back, or if he turns his visual medium into written novels. But yeah, Grim set the bat signal.
He did. He did.
Can't see or read Ahsoka the same again now that she's Gandalf. That's fair. I haven't really seen any of the stuff. Is their show done yet? I don't even know if it's done. What's up in Ponzi? I'll never forgive them for what they did to Garb's character. That wasn't Garb. What y'all talking about? I don't even know. Just
Oh
adaptations,
no,
writers
no. All right,
leaving.
I'll
Yeah.
explain. To be fair, Garp is far more intimidating in live action than funny, and unfortunately, they do fuck up his character a little bit. I will admit that, but by the final episode, it all comes back around, so it's fine. So
Ahsoka's done. I'm sorry, guys. You know me. I'm out of Star Wars. I told you I can't anymore. I don't know. I honestly could respect some of y'all dedication to Lucasfilms. I don't give a fuck. All right. After I watched The Last Jedi, I was done, and I fell asleep
I
watching this
feel
Rise of
that. I
Skywalker.
feel that. But
So
you know what? To be fair to that statement, I was done too after The Last Jedi, the most abysmal thing I ever seen. But then when I saw that Hayden Christensen and fucking Ewan McGregor were coming back for a series, I said, you know what?
see that shit
Um,
doesn't work on me.
it does work on me because you know what? You know why? Because maybe I'm just too emotional. But Hayden Christensen jumped into Attack of the Clones at 19 years old, ridiculed for his shit ass performance because of a shit ass script. Let's be real.
Mhm.
The fact that he
Hate
comes back
sand. It's
after
rough and it's
20 years,
coarse.
man,
It gets everywhere.
and fucking is beloved now. I'm sorry, that man was treated like shit, and now he's beloved. I know all the Star Wars fans are fucking liars. Like they all hated the prequels. Now that we have the sequels, everybody's a prequel fan all of a sudden.
It's
But
not. No,
I actually was a prequel
What
fan.
I had someone explain it to me because this is one of my friend's dad. He's like 66. He said he ended up appreciating the prequels after watching the Disney trilogy because they were so abysmal. He was like, perhaps I was too harsh on you guys. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
I think that's
Meanwhile,
fair.
as a now I'm 32 years old. I still that's the Star Wars I grew up with. See, I saw the VHS tapes of the 70s ones. Then I got to go and see these shit in theaters. I don't want to hear from some 20-year-old schmuck or 18-year-old that fucking didn't live through actual Star Wars on VHS. I don't want to hear it.
Mhm.
You have no opinion. You suck. Fuck you. If you didn't watch the cheesy fucking acting in 1977 and then go to the theater in 1999, I don't want to hear from you. Your
Okay,
opinion on the prequels is invalid.
that's fair.
Invalid.
The
I don't
scripts he's
care.
reading in Kenobi and Ahsoka are worse than the prequels. Fuck the Sanku and Anakin, Obi-Wan, I guess Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka fell flat on the spaceship. I did enjoy
Mandalorian
it.
season 3 was not good. I'll admit that. But
Is that
Obi-Wan
that's
was
the season with Lizzo?
fine.
What season has Lizzo in it?
Yeah,
One of those seasons
yeah,
has
no,
Lizzo.
it was bad. Yeah, it had Lizzo in it. And now apparently she's putting bananas in her fucking dancers
Yeah,
you hard.
yeah,
So.
and fat shaming other fat bitches. That's crazy. What's up, Impossible? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing.
Yeah, I love that. I
I,
love that. Also, Naya, just quick shout out. So you got the same message from Grim, did you? We're doing
Yes, I did.
Boris Cat
Yes,
podcast.
we're bringing it back, bro. We're back, bro. He was
It's
saying
funny
that
because
he
didn't we
was saying
just
he
talk
was
about
reading it
this?
or watching it or something. He's like, yo, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, I actually heard good things about the Nanatsu no Taizai
Well,
sequel.
I caught
I just
up.
couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I definitely read I definitely I bookmarked it so I can read it. So I'm like, I have it open in one of my tabs. So
That's fair, but I actually like we were talking. What's crazy about
Jack
this?
Black was in that?
Did
Huh?
you message? No, I gotta ask you. Did you message him first?
No, what happened was I posted something. I posted a Fog Killer 5 Elements fight, and we were talking about it. And then
Okay,
later,
okay.
then that transitioned to him asking me and telling me about was it called Four Nights?
Fortnite.
What's it called? The
Yeah,
Apocalypse? What's it
yeah,
called?
Fortnite.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fortnite to the apocalypse. Yeah.
yeah. Mm.
So what? But it's funny because you and I were talking about that like on one of your last streams, and we are just like, "Yeah, I missed the Boar's hat and blah blah blah." And when Grim texted me like 2 weeks later, I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Nah, I must have said something because fucking that's too coincidental to me." But as I've told you, I'm not caught up with the manga, but I did keep sort of like I took my break after Seven Deadly Sins ended, right?
Yeah.
And then I read like 50 chapters or whatever. It's and I told you it's not that bad, but apparently we're basing this on the anime, not the manga.
Fair enough.
So all you gotta do is watch the first 2 episodes of the anime, apparently.
But
But
honestly,
apparently it's done by
I
A1.
read Taizai because of I think episode 2 of the anime. I think it's when
Yeah,
Gildog
me.
threw the lance, and then Meliodas
Yes,
caught that shit and threw it
yeah.
back. I said, "What's going on? This is
Dude,
fire!" I
my,
just had to read it.
my guy, dude, my friend, who's unfortunately not my friend anymore, but he introduced me to two things. because he got Netflix, right?
Mhm.
And he goes, Sword Art Online, you gotta watch this shit. All right. And then he goes, Seven Deadly Sins, you gotta watch this shit. I'm like, all right. And to be fair, he was sort of right about the first one, but he was definitely right about the second one. Because after that, because I remember actually on Manga Reader, site that doesn't exist anymore, mangareader.net.
Net is gone for real? No way.
No,
didn't even know
it
that.
was, or I wasn't able to read shit on it anymore. Anyways, that was the site to read manga back in the day. And Seven Deadly Sins
Yo, it's
chapter
gone.
one,
No way.
it's gone. That's what I'm saying,
One
right?
manga and manga reader's gone. End of an
Now
era,
fuck one
bro.
manga. Or what was the other one? What was the other one?
Manga stream, but that they stunk. They
No,
stunk.
Manga Stream's still there.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Yeah, it's just Manga Stream 1, 2, 3 or something.
Jamini's
like
box? Is that other one? Jamini's box?
that was one, but no, there was another one. It was like there was Manga Fox,
Manga Panda,
Manga
Manga
Panda, Manga Fox.
Mangaka a lot, manga a lot.
Yeah, there was that.
Balto. It's like,
Fuck, I forget the one that I always used. But anyways, it was only because it didn't have pop-ups on your phone.
yeah.
And I always forget what it was called. But anyways, point is that yeah, the moment I watched Seven Deadly Sins, I said I gotta read this fucking manga. But I remember seeing that manga, thinking I don't want to follow another chibi protagonist, so I fucking didn't read it. I remember chapter one being released on Manga Reader, and I remember looking at it and going, I don't want to follow some fucking kid on an adventure. Fuck this. And then it wasn't until, as you said, the Guild Thunders shit. And then I watched the anime. I watched the whole season, and I went, I gotta find this fucking manga.
Nah, they was fighting for real. But yo, and Panzu, chime in. I like want to chime in. Did you want to answer the original stream question first? Is he there? Is he there? Maybe is he muted? Let me check Discord. Maybe he's muted. Oh, he's on
What
Discord.
was the original stream question, by the way?
Oh, so I put out my second mini video essay today. It's called
Okay.
The Ride versus the Ending. I think the first one did was what makes the fight scene really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a lot of good feedback and criticism, but I asked for. People said to like practice reading the script a bit more, deliver your lines a little bit better. So that was the main focus for the second video. And I was talking about in storytelling, whether you're playing, watching, or reading something. Are you more of a journey person, like the friends we met along the way, or are you like an ending conclusion person? Like, if you loved it but the ending was bad, does that kind of retroactively ruin what you read for you, or are you somewhere in the middle? Is it case by case? I was kind of asking that question in like essay form.
I can easily say that if you are here for a solid point A to point B thing, don't read shonen. Because shonen is based on sales and arcs. We know this from Dragon Ball, Food Wars, Toriko, Bleach, Naruto. We know it from all of them.
Yeah.
They continue as long as they sell. So do not ever expect a great finished product, no unanswered questions from shonen. And if you find it, it's a rare gem. Outside of that, no, I do appreciate like somebody who laid out like, all right, I have a 3-act thing. I've wrote it and I've done it. You find that more in shojo or seinen, and I do appreciate that. But I will say I don't know which one I find more enjoyable, honestly, because sometimes you have things, you know, sometimes you have things like JJK where I'm like, no, I'm dropping this fucking shit. Right now it's trying to be Bleach and
It's so
and
funny because now I'm like reading it.
really because
I
I'm sitting back
realized
and I'm like,
on my first read, and I didn't really watch much of the anime because basically somebody that I was talking to, I want to tell this story on the Big Man Ting stream. So I'm gonna say it for later. But I was watching with somebody, and I'm like, I was not paying attention to the series. Like I did not even know what Heavenly Restriction was. Like I was not reading. Like I was scanning the page. Like I really was not paying attention like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm giving it more credit than I initially gave it. I'm not out here being like, it's the greatest, it's the gold, Shibuya 15 out of 10. I'm not there, but I'm like, it's good though. Better than I really
No,
realized because I
it's
didn't pay
actually
attention.
JJK was good, and Hidden Inventory was amazing, but it fell off.
Mhm,
And the problem is, as now you and I talked about, it's
mhm.
the problem is with today's manga fan base and anime fans. Unlike you and me back in the day when we just loved fucking trying to catch Pokemon. At the end of the day, they will hear no criticism towards their manga. They will fight tooth and nail to defend that it is the greatest piece of literature ever created. When I would argue that no manga in history is the greatest piece of literature ever created.
Mhm.
You know, I can argue right now, I can name 3 books that are better than every manga I've ever read. But the point, but that's not the point. Nobody wants to hear that argument. Nobody wants to hear that their manga might have screwed up, that they have a weak point. Listen, some of my favorite Shaman King, Bleach, Kenshin, Toriko, they all have faults.
Yeah,
They're some of
nothing's
my
perfect.
favorite, but they have faults. 100% Bleach has faults. But that doesn't take away my enjoyment from it. I recognize it. Doesn't mean I don't love it, you know? And
Mhm.
that's the problem with nowadays. You have Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man, JJK fans and stuff, and they act as though the moment you criticize a badly written chapter or plot, you hate the entirety of, or I love the one, reading comprehension, you know?
Which most of those burgers don't have.
No,
Get
no, they absolutely do not, because half the time, what are you arguing with? Power scalers. And it's just
DJ
like,
can't read one manga, pretend they can rank stars. Yes, Shaman King, and no, yes, you guys know my anti Pokemon guy. I don't like Pokemon. I hate Game Freak. I hate Nintendo. I hate the
you
Pokemon
liked it
company.
back in the day. Calm down.
I played. It's actually that's actually like true and not true. I was a Pokemon was kind of like Star Wars for me. I was a passing enthusiast when it was relevant because of a new game. I was there. I was around, and I had a good
I
time.
know.
But
Yeah.
but when that like fever passed or the next thing came, I didn't stick around with it because X and Y was the first time I even attempted to play it properly and seriously and learn about natures and EVs and IVs. I didn't know that shit. I didn't know there was
No,
physical attacks and special
no,
attacks. I just clicked the
no,
fucking Hydro Pump, bro. I was an ape.
dude. I'm talking old school. I'm talking red and blue and
Uh,
stuff. You and I, we both watched Ash
oh,
go
you were
through
talking
his
about the
pro.
anime. I didn't watch the anime like that. I played the games a lot though. And I was the only guy who had the link cable or like the GameCube to the Game Boy Advance thing.
Oh
So I was the
shit!
guy everyone came to when we needed to
Yeah,
trade or do
you were the
anything. So
goat. You
I
were
was the
that
plug.
goat.
I was the plug. Yeah, I was the plug.
That was the goat of Pokemon, and now he hates it. So sad.
I mean, cause like with me, I'm able to like slowly move on from things that I would say like don't hold up to what they're supposed to do or betray me. So I'll give you the tried and true example I always use, and that's Paper Mario. I'm an old
Mhm.
guard Paper Mario guy. If you want to add Super Mario RPG in there, I'm okay with that. Legend of Seven Stars, but like Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, and I actually think
Best Paper Mario game.
I actually think Super Paper Mario has the best Mario story I've ever experienced, but the gameplay is not what I want it to be. But it has all
Fair.
the charm and love of Paper Mario. And then they made dick ass Sticker Star, trash ass fucking Color Splash, and Booty on the Ground Origami King. And I'm screaming at this company to make what I want. But lo and behold, we had Paper Devs who made a game called Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling, which is an indie game, which was the spiritual successor in a lot of ways to that. And they did their own thing, and they weren't beholden to the Nintendo IP, and that helped me easily get over the fact that Nintendo stopped making the Paper Mario that I want to the point I don't care. Born of Bread, where you play as a flower golem, is also in that same style. Seahorse Saga. Like I have games that are gonna give me that experience without me having to be beholden to Nintendo. Pokemon is the same thing. I like Nexomon, Temtem, Nexomon Extinction. I love Koromon. I'm very excited to play Kindred Fates. I don't care what anyone says. Pal World looks raw. I'm trying to shoot guns at these fucking monster creatures. So like, I don't care about Pokemon. Monster Sanctuary and other things are taking the Monster Tamer creature collection genre and doing something different with it. So I don't give a fuck about no Violet and Scarlet. I don't care. That game runs at 1 frame per second. You feel me?
To be fair, I'm an old school Pokemon fan.
Mhm.
However, I haven't played since they switched over to literally the Switch.
Okay.
I
that's
haven't
fair.
played any of those. I've sort of given up with the gimmick because they did the Mega Evolutions. They basically did Digimon, and then they did their whole Z moves, like
Mhm.
dance moves. I was not okay with that. And right now, I'm not on board with the current Pokemon. I'll admit that. But I'm saying that I've been a hardcore Pokemon fan from Generation 1 back in 96 up
That's fair.
until, let's say, 2000 and, I don't know, 16.
That's
So
fair.
you'll always see on my channel me playing Pokemon. You'll never see me play like
I mean, your
2023
style
Pokemon.
of your avatar is also that too. So it's true. But
No,
I'll
the
say
style of
I'm like,
my avatar is actually it's from The World Ends With You from the DS.
oh
That game.
really? I love
Yeah.
that game. Did you play
I
Secret?
edited the fuck out of my back when I was a really good because I used to do sprite animation.
Mhm.
So I back when I was good at
You
it,
know
I
what? That I'm looking
edited
at it
some
bigger.
shit.
You're right. It does look. You're a Sakabaku the Neku type of type. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, yeah,
That's my
yeah,
fault. That's my
exactly.
fault.
I
That's my
took
fault.
a bunch of the head face models and blah blah
Mhm.
blah, and I changed a bunch of colorization. I was very good back in the day. Now I couldn't do that shit to save my life, but yeah,
Mhm.
that's what that's from.
You've been
Actually,
playing Pokemon Scarlet while watching the stream. My condolences. You playing a 1 frame per second. That's crazy. Bleach only
one
fought.
frame per second. Can you play it 1 frame per second?
Bro, it's not even a joke. That game is not finished. It is undercooked as all type of hell. Like it's so bad. Like I don't know how anybody was shameless enough to buy that shit. Unless like you bought it for your kid or you're like a 9-year old, you don't know any better. Anybody with any sense who bought that game, spent their blood, sweat, and tears on it, I just don't understand. And that's why Nintendo will always get away with because they make shitty ass like I was gonna bring up with you. I really love the old school sports games for Mario. Mario Tennis 64, Mario
Yeah,
Golf
100%.
64, Mario Power
Fuck
Tennis,
yeah.
Strikers, Baseball Superstars.
Yes.
Did you see any of those new ones they put out on Switch? They're all dog shit, eh? Aces is probably the best one.
Yes.
Mario Tennis Aces. And it's just like, what the fuck is this? But they all sold really well. So
Dude,
Nintendo has no incentive to fix what they fucked up. I hate that. I hate
how
that.
do we have Mario Tennis on the N64 be better than every game, like literally half of the Mario franchise after it?
That's what I'm saying. And then the Mario and the old Mario Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color had the fucking RPG where you level up and shit. That shit was raw. God.
Yes, Superstar Saga, man.
Yeah. Yep. Hold on, let me catch up in the comments real quick. These fan bases these days, well, that just only read leaks and everything is either a WL or a fraud. This fraud that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. JJK leakers got me in trouble because I saw them posting panels on the TL. I'm like, oh, the lightning dude got packed up. That's crazy. They're like, yeah, you spoiled me, bro. I see the panels on my TL. I didn't know they were reading hood scans and translate and leaks. It was like a Tuesday. I'm like, isn't that really early? So I was like, I didn't know. That's my fault. JJK fans read one manga, pretend they can rank stories. Bleach only fault was the manga, the Thousand Blood, or but now the anime fixed it, therefore its peak is perfect. I was saying that like if they could fix, they've already fixed in my opinion like the Squad Zero stuff,
Yeah,
right?
oh, 100%. Nobody
If
can
they could,
argue that.
with me, if they could fix the final fight with Yoach and the stuff with Gerard, the Miracle, the Valkyrie guy, I'm willing to give this arc like a 7 and or above. Because right, I'd give like a 5 right now. And I'm very impressed. Because I'm like, I don't know what this bitch is doing, but she shook all 3 realms, and this shit look raw. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, but it's moving me. They're going kind of
Yeah,
crazy over
you
there. And
don't care, but
Udio
that's
was fighting too. Udio was
that
like,
is a
okay.
Squad Zero Bankai. Let's go.
Yeah. Like that was raw. I was really good. Shout out about Gen 9. I'm not shameless. Yeah, 9 is slowly able to move on. At 4K. LOL, you don't have reading comprehension because it proceeds to give a statement that came from his head. From his cherished things like Karaka. Karaka, leave me alone, man. I've been playing. Wait, I read that. No JJK leakers. Be everywhere. I've been reading the chapter Roz by mistake. The DLC's even worse. Oh man. I already beat PLA, but they already killed the spin-offs pretty much. Mario Party was complete ass, and Bleach. And as a Bleach fan, these last few have been good. Gerard, Calusa, Byakuya, and Kenny, but I need him to pack it together. Don't worry about
So many
Byakuya. You know
people
he's the
hate on
goat.
4 hits guy. Yeah.
Mario Party was complete.
It
I
does.
like I like the old Mario Parties more. Mario Party 2 has always been my favorite Mario Party.
Mario Party 2 is the best Mario Party game.
Yep. I love the
Except
theming, the
I
cowboys, the with your fucking witch.
yeah,
Yeah, that shit
I
was
will admit
gas.
though, I will admit that Mario Party 3 is a contender only because we introduced Waluigi, one of my favorite characters,
He
but
was
also
introduced in Mario
we
Tennis though.
introduced
But you're right. That was his first
the
time in Mario Party.
duel in Mario Party 3. When you dueled
Mhm.
with a partner, I'm having a piranha plant versus a chain chomp and shit. Fuck, duels were fucking amazing.
You know what? Which one I think is secretly really good though? I don't know if you played the GameCube one. I think it's 6. 6 is
Mario
the
Party
first
4?
one. No. Well, GameCube has 4, 5, 6, and 7. They have way too many. But
Yeah,
6 introduced the microphone, where you speak into the mic and shit would
yeah.
happen. There was like the
And
variety
orb.
game and the like. Yeah, and I think 7 had it too, but I think 6 is secretly pretty good. So
6, I love playing Town Square on a 50-turn game because you have the orbs and then you control all the spaces and shit.
mhm,
That 6 was awesome. 5 sucked.
mhm.
5 wasn't good. 4 was only fun. The maps weren't fun, but 4 was fun because you collected all the different items for different characters, right? Like you got, oh, I'm gonna fill the Wario house when you play as Wario, and you get the hamburger cycle and all that shit, and it's like you felt like you were accomplishing shit, you know.
Yep.
But the map sucked.
They don't make them like they used to anymore. There's that one level with the hotels. I really like that one where you can pay as many coins as you can for like you put 3 coins and
Oh
you get a
yeah,
star
yeah,
for that hotel.
yeah.
That was a map that I like. But other than that, I can't really think of any that I like that much. But you know what my problem with Mario Party is? I think Mario Party is a game with so much variety, replayability, and different things you can do from the party to just mini games to like making a mini game competition to like some other modes they have. It's one of those things that doesn't need multiple entries per system. Like
No,
I feel like every Nintendo system should have like one, if maybe two Mario parties. You know, how we get like one Smash, like one Mario Kart. Why do we have so many Mario parties? That's such a variety game. They like to me, they burned themselves out way too quickly with the mini game ideas and whatnot too. Then
they
I'm playing
did.
Mario Party 8, and every game's a point and click or jerk my dick fucking motion with the Wii. Then I play 9, and we're moving together in the same cart. Turn that off, bro. Took
No,
away stars and
not.
coins, only star bits.
I have
It's
an
trash.
argument for you. I have a great argument for you.
Mhm.
If you had the exact replica, but you never knew about it, let's call it a different title. You had Mario Party 2, 3, or 4, an earlier title,
Mhm.
recreated in new graphics, would you fucking notice? And would you not have a shit ton of fun?
If they recreated it, I probably would
Yeah, like
notice.
my point being is that you could literally recreate Mario Party 2 from the ground up, just new graphics,
Mhm.
same mini games, everything. You could introduce it now as Mario Party like 11 and a half, and so many kids would have a blast with it because they never played it on the N64. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know the fucking difference
That's true.
because those games were solid.
End of an era. 64 is such a good system. Oh man.
Yeah, it was like people argue
I'll never
PlayStation was
lose money.
I'm never gonna say the PlayStation was better than the N64. I'm sorry. N64 was the pinnacle of gaming.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I was permanently traumatized. I never look at Mario Party the same. Mario Party led me to get my ass beat by my mom because I raged once and eating my cousin's DS and she beat my ass. I'm crying. Nintendo really should try to step up their online services. They got the money to invest. I wouldn't put my faith in Nintendo to do anything right, but I feel you, especially now you have to pay $20 for it or like 40 if you get like the whatever. But I don't pay for online. Um, that is basically what Mario Party Superstars is on the Switch. Yes, it's like an amalgamation of all the best mini games from all the various Mario parties. I've played both of the Switch Mario Party games, but I don't own it. Um, my ex, we played it with my ex and my friend and his girlfriend, like last year when she came to visit. So it was fun replaying like hot jump rope and like bumper balls and stuff like that. I don't think skateboard scamper was there. I think that pissed me off. I think they had like a couple of really good mini games like bumper balls. I really like Shy Guy Says or Hexagon, whatever. Fuck, I used to know all these names. I used to remember all these names. But shout out to Mario Party though. I'm very excited to
Yeah.
play Super Mario Wonder. That's the first time a 2D Mario game to me has looked even remotely refreshed and revamped since what new Super Mario Brothers for like the fucking DS or Wii. I'm in there. I'm gonna grab it in the morning. And me and my homies are gonna play that. The only thing I'm mad about is I can't be Rosalina. I need that. I need her.
Yeah, because you like her over Daisy and Peach. I seem to remember from tier list.
Yeah. Peach was my first video game crush though. I still like her. Those lips move me. But
Well, no, what I liked was Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Princess Toadstool. Hey, and it's clearly not an English speaking person, but whatever.
That Wonder is out soon. I think it comes out today. 20th. It should be out. I think if you get it digitally, it should be out. But I got a physical copy and I pick it up in the morning. A real dick sucking lips. Facts. She could be an unlockable character like in Mario 3D World. Okay, that's fair. Actually, that's fair. She was unlockable in that game. The one thing that I did here, I'm not mad at this, but I know it's gonna throw me off is that all the characters don't have their usual base stats. Where I think Toad is the fastest, but has like the worst jump. Luigi has bad traction, but jumps the highest with a little flutter kick. Mario's like the all rounder. Bleach. Peach has her little float. I think I heard they all jump and run at the exact same speed and gather at the exact same speed. So I gotta get used to that because I won't lie to you. I I use like in 3D World. I use Rosalina and Peach. I be floating and using my little twirl double jump. I don't use Mario, and I don't like Toads. They ugly. They fucking mushroom ass. Fuck am I looking at? Fuck the Mushroom Kingdom. But yeah, I'm excited for Super Mario Wonder. I was excited for Sonic Superstars. I played it with my friend. We played it for like 4 hours. We haven't beaten it yet. I did like a bit of a solo run. We did like a multiplayer run, but Sonic Mania spoiled me, bro. I think that's the best Sonic game. I'm not mad if anyone says Sonic 3 and Knuckles or Sonic 2. I get it, but I think Sonic Mania was absolutely peak classic Genesis Sonic. And the game don't even look raw to me. Like I don't think the graphics are that good. I think Mania looks better. And just the camera and two player for like multiplayer, it just decides who it wants to lock on at a random moment. Griever, you could be running full speed as Knuckles, and I'm like right behind you. I jump a little bit in the other direction, and all of a sudden it's following me, and you're off screen. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
No, listen, here's I understand your argument, but I'm going beyond 2D and I'm just going Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is the best Sonic game, period.
That's fine. I mean, for the adventure style or 3D games, that's my favorite one. But I
We
was talking about
introduced Shadow.
yes,
We
he's
introduced,
the goat.
and then we had the greatest version of. I don't know why. Why the fuck? If somebody told me I haven't played a Sonic game since fucking I don't know 2010 or something like that,
Jesus
but
Christ.
or no, I
Point.
played Sonic. What is it called? Forces or something like that.
Ugh.
Anyways, it
Boost
was
the win.
free on PSN for
That's
a while.
exact. That's we did the exact same thing, and that's why I'm not mad at that game. Like, listen, it was a 4 hour experience. I held the boost button.
It was
I got
free.
and and it was free. I'm not mad at it. It's not a
Yeah.
good game though. Go ahead.
No, it's not a good game. My point is that the moment somebody announces we're bringing back Chow Gardens,
You're in there.
I'm buying the fuck out of whatever system I need to play that game. All they need to do is announce PS6, but we have Chow Gardens. I'm buying it. I don't give a fuck. It was the greatest inclusion. It's Animal Crossing meets Harvest Moon meets fucking Tamagotchi meets Pokemon. It's literally the greatest life simulator fun ass time I've ever had in my life. And
All
for
I know
some
is
reason,
one of my chows, he was too fast. Y'all could not beat him. My chows didn't have
exactly. See, it was so fun. Dude, Chow Garden, Sonic Adventure 2. I'm sorry. With Chow Gardens, like I would love to say, because I did play on the original Sega Sonic 2 and Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3, that kind of idea. I'd love to say they were my favorite games, but I can't because not only did you give me Shadow and Sonic Adventure 2, but you gave me Chow. I can't. It's an
I'm not
entire
arguing with you. That's
great
one of my
video
favorite
game.
games of all time. I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, I'm saying as far as the Genesis classic style, Mania is my
Oh,
my favorite. That was
then I go, wait, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge into Sonic 2 so I can play as Knuckles in Sonic 2.
that's not cheating. Child
Because
Gardens
that's what you
actually, the
used to
mobile
do.
game is
Remember
actually
doing
wild.
that
Yes, I
shit?
remember that.
You
You
used
have to
to
fucking stack them on
plug
top
it.
of each other,
Yeah, you stack them
make an
on top. You had the
abomination.
fucking tower. Fuck yeah. And then you had Knuckles in Sonic 2. It was fucking. And then you could climb the walls and shit. It was broken as fuck, especially in Chemical Factory. It was broken.
You know, I always I'm a Sonic guy though. I use Sonic. I have to use Sonic in those games, especially now there's a drop dash. That changed my life. The drop dash changed my life, bro. I said I
Mm-hmm.
can jump, and when I land, if I time my button, I just spin dash right off. I'm like, bro, I'm not losing any speed, family. So I feel it though. But yeah, I agree with you. The Chow Guard might be like a mobile game or something. It's really weird, but I still have my Chow and Chow. I know exactly what that game is. I know exactly what that memory card is, and every once in a while, I do check on them. I won't lie. To this day, I think the last time I did it was January, but I still check on them. I'm not kidding.
Dude, quick hint. I'm actually about to upload a bunch of Chow Garden gameplay because I found out how to get, well, I finally got Adventure 2 Battle, not Adventure 2, but Battle. So you can have Chow Karate and all that greatness, right?
Yeah.
I got it on an emulator. So now I can record some gameplay and I can do Chow shit on YouTube. And
See,
I'm fucking
emulation
fucking
raw.
I'm gonna be uploading that shit, man. This is what a Chow is, motherfuckers.
Yeah, emulation is raw. I love that my Steam Deck can just do all that shit. It's so crazy. Like part of the reason why I don't need Breath of the Wild Tears in the Kingdom because I have it on my Steam Deck. I can just play it, and I can play as like Zelda or something stupid if I want with like the mods. So like I don't have to play as a Link. So it's great, and I'm here for
100%.
it. I'm here for it. But yeah,
I get.
what's the only other game I'm excited for this year? Is it Super Mario RPG the remake for that? That was they tried to get me
Oh,
Paper Mario
wait,
Paper Mario
didn't
Thousand Year Door remake.
Spider-Man 2 coming out? Isn't
I
it
have
out?
I still haven't played the Miles Morales DLC expansion game, whatever it is. I
I
still haven't
didn't
played that.
either, but you
I'm not
played
skipping it.
Insomniac Spider-Man, right?
Yes, I played the PS4 game of the year
That
edition.
game was awesome.
Yeah, I liked it. Like I feel like when I say this, people think I don't like the game. I like the game. I actually like the story. I thought the game was good. The gameplay was solid. The swinging is absolutely amazing. I just don't like. It's good. I like it. It's fun. Like I'll play them all. I just think some people overdo it, but I get it because I'm a
No,
huge
it's not
Spider-Man
my
fan.
favorite game
I
of
like
all
Spider-Man.
time, but I
No, but
think what it
people are talking
does,
about it's game of the year already. I'm like Spider-Man. Relax.
yeah, no, what it did was it took the
That's not beating
it,
Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom,
no,
Final Fantasy
it
16. None of that.
took Grand Theft Auto level world scaling, and it took
And
Spider-Man 2
Batman
web slinging, the
and Batman
original
Arkham
back on
Knight,
the game,
Batman 2. The Batman stuff isn't there.
yeah,
Isn't yeah.
and then said we're going to combine these two and we're going to put Spider-Man on the title. and it worked. It worked really. Like, is the story the greatest? No, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. And at the end of the day, I definitely like the story, like or the gameplay. Like, I think it's some of them. It feels like an Arkham game with Spider-Man controls.
That's yeah, in a lot of ways. But the swinging is like they got that so right to the point. Like I remember when I beat it, I'll just turn it on just to swing around. It was very therapeutic. Like I'll just swing around for no
Hmm.
reason around New York. The same way in Gravity Rush and Gravity Days, I would just gravity shift through the air just for fun. So so yeah.
I get you. I get you.
Something. And I remember in Breath of the Wild, I used to turn it on just to ride my fucking master cycle. I'm like, bro, I'm on a fucking bike. What the fuck is going on? What this shit is raw. And I just ride my bike go through Hyrule, fuck shit up for no reason. So yeah, but
You
I'll
gotta
let you.
think of the therapeuticness. It's no different than Red Dead Redemption back in the day. It was therapeutic.
I haven't I
You
haven't
know?
I haven't I haven't actually beat any of those. I
You
watch a lot of people play it. I never really played them, but I'm not.
you've never played the original Red Dead Redemption?
No, I've played it. I just haven't beaten it. But I never owned it. It's not
Oh,
my game. I never owned those games. I like Rockstar, but I don't buy their games. I would say. Cause even like for Grand Theft Auto, I don't think I've ever bought a Grand Theft Auto. I just played at people's house where they bring it over and run it or something. I've never actually bought one.
I've bought and played San Andreas and 4. That's it.
Mm.
Well, but then I do own the Red Dead Redemption titles.
Vice City was the first one I played. That was the first one that I played. Then I think it was San
Yeah,
Andreas.
even my wife played Vice City, and she was like, "Yeah, I love this game," and I'm like, "It's a shitty San Andreas. Why are you playing that?"
In San Andreas, I used to just kiss the homies, the homo thug. Like why?
I love the
Like
whole idea.
I'm
That the original game that started the mothers to attack us as gamers. Oh, it turns you violent.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm like,
And
listen,
why are there so many
if
black people in this? It's like, fuck
I'm like,
off,
I think
Karen.
your kid is stupid if they see them beating hookers with a dildo and goes like, I want to go do that. I think the problem is you as a parent, and maybe your kid's fucking unhinged. I don't think it's the game. That's just me
Yeah.
personally, but
Yeah, the two arguments I heard was violence and why are there so many black people in it? And I'm just like, all right, so first off, your parenting skills suck, and second off, you're clearly racist. So I don't know. I don't know what one you want me to charge you with, but you're having, you know,
it's just
you're
hilarious.
stupid.
Yeah, man. Music and video games never made me violent, so I never understood the concept or idea. I think like do your parents not talk to you? Like, listen, I was with the hella Eminem. I want nothing to do with all the unhingery he's talking about. I show you pussyfooting. I kick a bitch in the cunt till it makes her queef, and that sounds like a fucking whoopee cushion. I'm not doing that. It's a funny ass
No,
line to
no,
me. Like what?
I agree with you. It's sort of like me. I'm like, listen, not to sound a little bit TMI, but I'm a little bit vanilla in the bedroom. I mean, yeah, I like doggy style, but I don't want to do some 50 Shades of Grey shit to my wife. I'm good, you know. Like, I'm a happy camper right now, you know.
Man, get
So
all that shit's so much work. All those fucking whips and paddles and fucking leather. Like, leave me alone.
yeah, that's the other thing. I saw a meme about
And it's
that.
expensive. It's not even cheap,
Yeah,
bro. It's
some dude
expensive.
was like, "You buy the whips, like you said." There was a meme. He said, "You buy the whips, paddles, blah blah blah," and it charges like they added it up, and it's like $2,200 bare minimum, and then you realize you're doing all the work. Dun dun dun, and some X Files music, and I was like, "Yeah, pretty much."
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that, man.
Literally,
Fuck.
if you need to spend $2,200 to make your girlfriend or wife happy, go buy a hooker. Cause trust me, she'll be happier.
And I think it might cost you less. You might get some though, but you might be happy. You might. I don't know. That's just funny to me because I'm just like I'm not doing all that. like that's something you have to ask me to do like once a year on a special occasion. Like that cannot be an everyday, every night occurrence. I don't have the time, the
No,
patience, the energy, or anything of the sort.
exactly.
You know. So
Listen, if you're into certain, let's say, ABC level kinks or something like that, right?
mhm.
And as you said, you get into it and you're like, all right, this is a special occasion. We're actually planning a night of this. It's our anniversary, it's your birthday, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that every night. Like some nights you're just like you roll over and be like, you know, like you cannot convince me that these BDSM people and all these 50 Shades of Grey fucktards aren't fucking. You telling me you're doing that every night, or just once in a while you're not fucking just rubbing one out in the shower? Like, really?
Yep. But also, the older I get, the lazier I get. I think in some ways. Not really, but you know what I mean. Just like, listen, man. I'm not 16. I'm trying to fucking cartwheel inside of you. I'm
No,
trying to.
to be fair, what I did actually this month, I bought some of that massage oil shit,
Yeah. I
to
like.
try to.
I like the oil. I'm into the oil. I like that.
Yeah, I've never used oil before, so I was like, all right, we're gonna do it because I always do
I used
the
baby oil the
candle.
first time.
Oh well, there you go. But I use like I light a bunch of candles and I do the rose petals on the bed and all that bullshit.
Does she like lavender? I like the lavender small one.
Yeah, I do. I do. I got the yeah,
Lavender is good.
a little bit of incense and stuff. Really gets the motor running, I guess.
See,
And
that's for women. I don't require none of that.
no, men don't require shit. Men
Nope.
require no. If my wife to this day, I have literally told her, I said, since I was 16 all the way till I'm my age, I'm like, do you want to fuck? Yes.
Mm. Lost for
There is
example.
no build up.
Mhm.
There is no bullshit.
This is kind of crazy. Um, Lost said, I have a confession to make. I'm attracted to actually attractive females, not these fours trying to gaslight me to believe in their nines. I think they say they're tens, bro. Every girl's a 10 out of 10. Don't you know this? That's the rules. That's how it works.
That's right.
What they say. Oh, you're back. There you go. I'd ask you a question. I guess you were definitely me unless you were busy. But I was gonna say, did you want to answer the original screen question about the ride or the ending? Like, what's the most important to you in storytelling? Is it like the conclusion of the story or like the journey and the
Mm,
friends? Along the
for
way. Go ahead.
for me, um, it depends what type of story it is. You know what I
True.
mean?
That's fair.
There's a because some stories it's more about when you talk about an adventure story, most of the time adventures are more about the journey, and sometimes it sucks if the end is bad. But when you think about the journey, it should be the most interesting stuff. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball story is a kind of story like this in my eyes.
Hmm.
You don't look at the end; it is an adventure story. How Goku ends his story as a father, as a grandfather, and stuff. It's not really the most important thing. It's about how you grow and the moment that you share with Goku and his friends. That's how I see it. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about an adventure story like One Piece, the thing about it's like One Piece, even in the titles, you know what I mean? In the title, they talk about the end and about how the One Piece important it is. So if the end of the story, because it's mystery with mysteries, like One Piece is an adventure story, but also a big mystery story. You know what I mean? And mysteries, the end is important too.
That's a good
How
point.
do that's the thing about because how do you end the mystery? Mystery most of the time what makes mystery is because you don't know about it, and when the mystery is solved, if you're not satisfied with the answers that you get of the mystery, yeah, it sucks. It ends the end of it. of a story like this leave you unsatisfied. So in my eyes, that's why One Piece is in a difficult place right now because Oda put so many coins into the mystery side of his story that if the end sucks, oof,
Like if the Void
even
Century
people.
some bullshit. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, you know
It's
what I mean. The Void Century, if it is bullshit, oh bro, oh man, you will hear people talk. You will be the one that the first one to talk. Even I will. So
I'll go.
yeah, that's
I'll go to Japan and say, "Give me back my childhood."
yes, yes, that's
I was
literally because
11 when I started this.
bro, me too. I was like 9, 10 years old. First time I watched One Piece, it was on French TV on MCM. I really love the ending, the first ending. So when you think about it, it's like it took a part of you. If the Void Century is not successful, we have big question for One Piece. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's how important it is. How important the mystery side and it's part of of the end because we know that if we know more about the voice entry, we will know more about the end of the story and how it should help the end of the story. So yeah, it's really dependent. Like for me, the history of Reborn, the end of Reborn was not the best end because it was rushed. You know what I mean? It was an end that they had. That was you feel that it was an end that it was not the best end possible for the story.
Do you tend to like forgive that if it's not their fault? Like they got a rush ending? Because here's what also about Reborn's ending. I don't hate the ending, but I
Mhm.
wish that we got to like do it properly. But the reason I never
Yes,
killed Reborn is because I was satisfied with each of the mysteries. Who the Vendice
yeah,
really were, I thought that was
yes,
incredible. The
yes,
actual mystery of the Curse of the Rainbow and why Reborn and Colonel and those guys were what they were. I'm like, I'm actually satisfied with this answer. And the Trinacete.
yes,
That's kind of why
yeah,
I, I like let it go. But I'm with you though. I hear you.
yeah, for sure, for sure. That's the thing, like you said, because we were on the mystery side, it was we were satisfied. You know what I mean? It's just like the power of friendship end is like really cheap, but still all the lore of the story was answered because since the first thing that we saw is that we knew that Reborn was not a normal baby, we had so much question about this, and for the epic fights that we got also in the story, it was so good that the last arc, the last arc was an amazing arc
Yeah,
in general. So
I loved it.
I don't like you. I don't the end. It's not the best, but I don't feel really bad about this.
Like
Bleach
with
was
like
the end
I'll
was
just say Bleach as well. Like Bleach got an axed ending. So like, do you ever hold that against Kubo, or like it's not really his fault the popularity drop, or
I,
do you
I was
hold him, or do you hold him
no, no, I
accountable
don't
for
hold
the
him. No,
popularity
I don't
dropping?
hold him. I was
Okay,
mad. I was mad on Shueisha to
okay,
not give this big. I was so mad on Shueisha because Bleach was also literally. I met the big three in different circumstances, but right in the same period. I will say around the same period.
okay. I
Naruto
like.
and Bleach were Naruto and One Piece. I met them on French television.
Hmm.
Bleach was the only one that when I met my I will say kind of cousins that were into anime and into internet hacking and stuff,
Hmm.
downloading that I had the experience thanks to watch this like this Bleach of the big
My
three.
my
And
swimming instructor made me watch Bleach.
really, that's good.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's kind of good. That's kind of good. For me, it was more. I have the chance that my father was a big fan of anime, so everything when he had connections to get new anime, we were watching at home too. Bleach was he had back in the day he had like an MP4 named Gemini from Arcos, and he put all his anime on it every time, so we could link it to the television, and we were watching this there.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing, Bleach was something really. It was something I thought to myself, wow, that's special. Guy with the big sword. All
Hmm.
right, it was different from Naruto and and One Piece. You know what I mean? The- It, it was not as goofy, but it was cool. The character designs and everything. I thought to myself, yo, what? Like the ghost, the fight. The flair of Bleach was so
Style.
different.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
really
That's
loved it.
fair.
I really, and the fact that when I started to catch up, because I couldn't watch on television, I had to, on the moment that I had access to my own computer, I started to rewatch one Bleach, and I watched and I watched the Bounty arc, the Bounty arc,
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I was a big fan of it. And then I saw it was when I started to watch more and more stuff, and I started it feels that we things started to become weird. This was the first encounter with um the fillers for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, yeah, yeah, Bleach was my kind of n-
Bleach for the
navigation
fillers.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, for the fillers, yes.
For me, it was
Yeah.
Naruto with the Curry of Life shit. I'm like, I did not read this in the manga. What is this? And that's the day I learned what a filler was. I looked it up. So what the fuck
That
is
being
going
said,
on?
I gotta go, Naya, but thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, man.
And
I was supposed to stream for like an hour. You know, like I have to get up early. I just said
uh,
I'll
Yeah.
stream till 1 o'clock. I just said I'll stream till 1 o'clock and then call it a day. So I have 3 minutes
yeah.
left. So, but yeah, all right,
Well,
man.
either
Thank you.
way, I gotta go. So thanks for having me on, and
Of
we'll
course.
talk later.
Yes, Boris Hat, we coming back.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for me it was because literally I'm back in Belgium, yet I still have the jet lag of Canada, I think so.
Ah,
So
yes.
yeah, from right now I'm still and just got they just removed my for wise teeth. So
Mm-hmm.
I have like a blown up head and everything. So I'm suffering literally because my they had to remove they had to put in full anesthesia on my
Mm-hmm.
body because on my left side, um, my teeth was too close to my nerve.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this, yeah, on my left side is killing me. I'm telling you, my mom has to use some different medication and even natural anesthetics to help me just to sleep because damn man, it keeps you awake, man. Literally.
Trust me,
But
man.
yeah,
I've been dealing with a couple of some chest problems. literally spent the last 2 days just in and out of fucking doctors' offices. So I
really.
still have more. Yeah, I still have more. I don't know what I'm sure it's because I overworked myself working out and I strained a muscle
Mm-hmm.
in my chest. But
Mm-hmm.
so I'm trying to take it easy. But I'm not gonna lie to you, my dumb ass worked out today. I didn't
Yeah,
go
yeah,
crazy, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't.
You need to
Yeah.
watch out just because I know that you have like two different jobs and stuff. So yeah, man, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. For me, at the moment, I'm really working to also to. I really want to have the weight that I want to the my targeted weight. So my aunt really helped me
Hmm.
um get me because she's also into fitness,
That's good.
taking care of herself and stuff. And the whole week there, I lost some weight. I lost like 5 kilos there just by staying
Hmm.
here in at her house. She gave me the correct food and stuff. So really, she gave me a certain kind of attitude to just to about my food. And so right now I do my best to walk every day, at least 20 minutes 20 minutes walk, just
Yeah,
to because I
small
don't
things
have,
help. Walking helps.
yeah,
Every, yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
helps.
because I don't have the money I don't want to go to to the fitness right now.
Mhm.
So I have to still fix my situation with my job and stuff. But yeah, it helps a lot. And so it feels good too when well, I walk like for 15 minutes today, and it really felt good. You feel under control of your body. I really love that. And for me, my chest, when I love to do the chest exercise, because I always feel pumped. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, that's
I
that's
probably have
what.
to lay off of that for a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, watch out with yeah, watch out. But yeah, there are videos. I watched both of them
Mhm.
about the fights and
The
mm,
ending.
the journey at the end. But yeah, at the yeah, like you heard, man, for me, it's really dependent on the story because like, some stories really, when you have the type of story with mysteries, the end is so like, in shonen jump stories, because we are big fans of anime and manga, even Tower of God. The fact that there are so many mysteries,
Yeah.
if the mysteries are not well solved, or the mysteries are not, the answer to the mysteries are not satisfying enough for the reader, you will have a situation that your end will be impacted, because
Exactly.
the end the does the it, it's not a comedy. Comedy is more comedy stuff like Dragon Ball. In the beginning, it was more about Goku having adventures. So it's more about the journey, how it ends. Man, open end, open and close end, it doesn't matter because it's more about the journey. But when you talk about mysteries, man, mysteries, Tower
You
of
gotta
God, One
you
Piece,
gotta deliver. You
you
gotta
get to
deliver.
deliver. You get to deliver. That end is in the story in LA, and the end is important because if you suck at your mystery, you should give the proper end at your story. If the mystery are not the best, you have to give him proper end so the let the reader can feel that ease in his heart. Because I remember reading Fairy Tale. Oh man, it was a torture for me because I saw so many red flags. That I have the thing about that. I always want to finish what I start. You know what I mean?
I used to be like that.
So
I'm not like that anymore though. If I don't like it, I'll drop it. But I used to be like that. Even if
um,
I didn't like it, I'd keep reading just so I had like valid criticism. So I get that.
yes, yes, that's the thing. So that gave you valid criticism was pure because of it. And Fairy Tale was a torture for me, man. Oh
It
man!
was
Every
really
time I thought to
frustrating.
myself, maybe he's gonna do something, because that's the thing about you. You really feel that the artist is trolling you the whole time, because this guy, you know that he know what he's doing. That's the thing. The way that he writes stuff, set up the situation, you don't know. He know what he's just trolling you. He's just trolling you the whole time. It's so painful as a reader. As a reader who loves writing, it's so painful. So yeah, I remember how good I felt when I read the end. I thought to myself, okay,
Free from this pain.
I won't do this anymore. Yeah,
Uh,
but
I feel it.
but but yeah, most of the time stories. Right now, I
I think your answer is fair. I know I'm a more of an ending guy, but your answer made sense to me. But all right, hold on. All right, everyone. Thank you for rock with me for how long we going? Like 2 hours and 13 minutes. Go watch the ending. Wait, the Rivals or the ending if you haven't watched it yet. Show it some love. Drop a comment and a like if you haven't. We gonna raid Milios. He playing Spider Man. Go show him some love, man. Appreciate you guys coming through. And I'm
ciao.
take my old ass is going to bed. Actually, I gotta set up something
Rest
first,
well,
but
brother. Rest well.
I shall. I shall. But yeah,